What's up, everybody? It's the TGIF podcast, episode number 8.
Oh,
the drugs episode. Let's do some drugs. I'm Real Ryan. I'm here with Killer Greg 17.
Hello, hello.
How are you?
Very well. How about yourself?
Very good. And I'm here with Megastar Mark as well.
How you guys doing? Everyone excited to talk about some drugs today?
Cannot wait. This episode was requested, or suggested, I guess, not requested, by my very good friend Ashley, who said, "You need to do an episode on drugs because I just watched Dinosaurs: A New Leaf, and it's fantastic." So that's why we're doing this, and it's coming out on 420. Right now, it's 420.
Yep.
So enjoy some substances.
Look at that
responsibly.
Yep.
Last episode was failed TGIF shows. It was a lot of fun. It was a wacky ride.
Yeah.
And we got some people on Twitter that actually said they liked those shows, which I was shocked by.
Yeah. Right.
Which ones? And also unfriended. Sorry.
We can get the Iron Sheik to follow us. Okay. We don't need the Billy fan out there.
I love Billy. Yeah, so that was interesting. I was surprised by that. There were some fans of, I forget what it was, Teen Angel maybe?
I think it was.
I think it was Teen Angel. Enjoyed those 7 episodes.
I'm about to say, like, how much of an impression did Teen Angel make?
I guess something. Some people liked it.
These were talking frogs. That's what TGIF is missing. Voiced by, like,
to be fair, that was like the one bright spot of that episode.
Yep. Which Greg never saw.
Oh, right. I forgot. And I am almost 100% positive I probably got you to watch the wrong episode this time, because I think I was on drugs when I sent these episode numbers. Oh, my God. I screwed up 3 different shows. Wow.
Just to be safe, though, I just rewatched every Dinosaurs episode. Just to be safe. Just to be safe. Right. By the way, I got all my collections back. Can you see that? I think you can see that in the back.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, it grew.
Yeah. Baby Sinclair and Fran are now included.
Did you like purchase those from eBay, or did you find them somewhere?
Those are on Amazon for, like, I think it was like $9, and Fran was like 15. I feel like it was because what's her name passed away recently.
Yeah.
Still, you know.
Oh, wait. So when we did that episode of Dinosaurs with the long neck lady, I thought you had said that Jessica Walters played the long neck lady.
Oh, no,
Fran.
No.
Oh, I totally misunderstood like what you were telling me.
It's weird because she doesn't sound. She's obviously was much younger when she did that role. She doesn't really sound like herself, unless you listen really closely.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Jessica Walter passed away.
That's sad.
Bummer.
Between shows, which was a bummer. But I saw her daughter's message or whatever about it, and it was like, that's a pretty awesome way to go. I mean, she was 80 years old and went to bed in her nice New York apartment and then never woke up. Just passing her sleep.
Fine with me.
Can't really beat that. I mean,
no.
I would like to have more Jessica Walter in my life, but that's a decent way to go. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
I also hope to pass away 80 years old in Greg's bed.
Look, if I'm gonna die, I want to be spooned when it happens.
Exactly.
Right.
I am a very caring big spoon.
Caress my hair.
Yep. Then I spit on him. He likes that.
Just you two and a robo dildo in between you.
Coming soon this summer.
There's no context for that. We weren't.
No, it's not. We
when
did it before we recorded, but I still think it's funny. Robo dildo. I'm getting it out there now because I feel like over the next 2 hours we're going to talk about robo dildo.
So these jackasses are making fun on my new microphone here, which looks like apparently a robo dildo, which that's what I bought it for, granted, but it also is a very nice microphone.
It also picks up sound.
Yes. You will hear me much clearer, and then I'm going to take it away halfway through. And
you do sound better, Mark, and I'm thrilled.
Thank you.
Didn't sound bad before, but yeah.
No, I like to upgrade. This is what we do
nice
here.
Upgrade. Nicely done.
Production value's high here, that's all. Very high.
So
just like our episode.
Segue. So we're already in deep water. Drugs and TV. Drugs and TV. When Ashley suggested this, and by the way, if you want to suggest an episode, just tweet us. Pod.
Yeah, please.
Absolutely,
TGIF,
we'd love that.
At Pod TGIF. If you want something, you have a good topic, tweet it to us. Or follow us, or whatever. Do any of those things. So when she said this, I thought for sure, no brainer. we're going to nail 5 solid drug episodes. They've got to have like a don't do drugs. Everybody must have done a don't do drugs episode, right?
My God.
It was like the 80s and 90s.
Oh.
This was the height of don't do drugs.
This is Dare.
Absolutely.
This is like everywhere.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. It was a little more tricky to find. I thought for sure I would easily find a Family Matters episode.
I was shocked that there was no Full House episode on this.
Oh my God.
Shocked.
Seriously.
Okay, so there were some like dancing around the topics. So there was a Full House episode where Stephanie has her bad girl friend and they smoke a cigarette. So it's kind of like...
Yeah, I actually think I remember that one. That's so weird. Yeah,
that's a popular one. There's an episode of Step by Step which we should do someday, where Mark gets addicted to video games and he can't stop playing. And I kind of thought of it as like a Speed episode a little bit or something like that. And so I kind of thought about that one for a few minutes, but it's too off the beaten path. It's more video gamey, and I'm sure we'll get there.
You picked the absolute correct step-by-step episode, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think we hit the nail on the head there. So we have a wath of a fine palette of many different perspectives. We've got the drug bust episode.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the getting high episode. We've got somebody tries to sell marijuana episode. We've got the implied episode, I guess, for Perfect Strangers. Like we're dancing all around it, like, but it's not actually weed. And what was the other one? Family Man? No. What am I missing? Oh, the alcohol episode. Yeah. Which is like high school buddies get impaired at a party, which could have been weed easily. But so yeah, we're all over the map here. Is the first thing I thought of was it's really weird how drugs marijuana, if we're going with just pot, how the pot perception has changed over the last 30 years. Crazy.
I mean, just a week ago, we got legalized in New York, where we all live. So literally since the time of talking about doing this episode and doing this episode,
illegal, baby.
It's all good now.
I'll
tell you what, I mean, my neighbors were just like out on their porch smoking a bowl the other day.
Wow.
And it doesn't matter how legal or not legal it is. It's just like you see that and you're like, uh-oh, someone's going to get in trouble.
Yeah, right.
You're like, oh, wait, no, they could just do it.
It's 2021, man.
Even today, I was at my place of work, which is a government building, and someone walked in stinking of weed, and the person I was with was like, oh, that person stinks of weed. I'm like, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I don't know. I mean, can you go to work high? Like, it
was a person like doing business. It wasn't the person that worked there.
Yeah.
Somebody like picking something up, and they're like, "Oh, he smelled like weed."
I will say that.
What?
Like, I don't.
It's legal.
Obviously, I don't give a shit. But we do have people who come into my place of business who just reek, and they literally stink up the whole place. Like they'll leave, and it will still
You
reek.
like shower dudes.
I don't give a fuck what these people are doing in their free time, but at the same time, like,
weed etiquette. Come on.
Now I'm suffering.
Right. And I think that's like the basic right now, like how it's become so accepted. It's just like you're aware of what other people and what their, beliefs are. And if they don't want you smoking where you're smoking, then whatever, just do a good, do it at the house. No big deal. You can't be dry. I think they have law, at least in New York State, they were talking about laws for, driving while impaired and, which is all totally
don't do
needed.
that.
Yeah. Right.
Right. That all makes sense, but
it's just, you're right. Like back then it was such like a horrific, a thing to even try and talk about or experiment with. And we'll get to a couple of those episodes.
Yeah. Step by Step is the best example of that, I think.
100%.
Absolutely.
But, I'm just, it being legal now and all this stuff. And I know lots and lots of people who've incorporated it into their life, including myself.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I just remember back in like my Dare days, like 50 times more dangerous to your lungs than a cigarette, or like addictive, more addictive than crack.
Will definitely lead to meth. And,
right. You're gonna be doing
heroin.
I mean, I will venture to say that the idea of it being a gateway drug, like I don't think you do weed, you do crack, but at the same time, like I would not just blanket disagree with that statement.
No, I wouldn't either. But
it's definitely the first drug anybody tries, and since it's so benign, you're kind of like, well, they told me this was 50 times more addictive than cigarettes, and I'm fine.
Right.
maybe angel dust.
Yeah. Let me step up my game here because
Right. I mean, I'm making the joke, but like, I don't know, like
it could happen.
Doing weed and then finding out that it wasn't as big a deal as everyone said it was my entire life
Right.
definitely makes you think, well, maybe all this other stuff isn't quite a biggest deal
Sure.
too.
For sure.
So,
Right.
that's like the one argument I wouldn't totally disregard.
And maybe this is just because New York State has like legalized it. So I apologize to people who are listening who are in either states that have legalized it forever, or haven't yet. But I always wonder, like, will the gimmick wear off a little bit? Like, I feel like the first couple of years it's going to be big boffo business, and then after a while, once it becomes like, well, it's like you can just get it anywhere, and it's not a huge deal anymore. I can just go to the store and pick it up. I just feel like because there's a lot of buzz around it right now, but I feel like after a while it'll just become like part of the norm, which is good. It should be, but because I hear like, around here people are talking about getting like marijuana, like selling licenses and how much they're going for. It's like 6 digits. It's crazy just to get a license. It's nuts. And I keep thinking like in 5 years it's going to be down to like nothing. That's like, once those first people are going to be set up good, but after a while it's not going to be a big deal.
Right. It's interesting. It's an interesting time. I mean, it's weird too because there's lots of types. After going to a few of these places, it's like there's lots of types of things, and you don't necessarily need to be like stoned out of your mind. Like you can get stuff that just is relaxation stuff,
right. Which is what I use it for.
That's me too. Like the only like I've like the last 3 years have been more like edible. I never really used to smoke when I was going through college.
Right.
It's all edibles now for me. We have a couple of friends that we just chill out with, and it's just very relaxing. I don't do anything other than just kick back with it. So
the last month for my birthday, I got a few pills, but they were like or gummy bears or whatever. But they were more of like the relaxation thing, and I'm like, I could drive on this. Like I won't, obviously, but I feel fine. I just am like,
if I had to function, relaxing. I could, but really, I just want to go to sleep. I just want to chill out at the end of the day.
I'm not doing anything, obviously. I'm just gonna go get my heavy machinery out and But
and I think that's something that I ignored. Like when you talk about drugs, weed or otherwise, you can't. There's never that implication that like adults can just make a conscious decision about hanging out in their basement watching episodes of Dinosaurs.
Yeah,
there you go.
Right.
Which is a perfect segue because I think our first episode is going to be Dinosaurs.
Man, Greg with the segues today. He's so good.
You know the guy who invented segways died riding a Segway?
Go to your room. Wait, actually, you're there. Sort of.
This is my office.
Your work room.
Go to your office.
This is my real world work office with Ninja Turtles on Star Wars video games behind
X-Pac.
me.
And the X-Pac picture that is famous.
Which
now.
I like that it's cropped in the video right now, so I
can't
see
see
like
him.
his stupid tongue and scraggly hair.
He got into the Hall of Fame again.
I saw.
That's so stupid. Like, okay, the Hall of Fame is stupid in general in WWE.
Yes,
I'm sorry. But it's ridiculous that they keep inducting the same motherfuckers for different reasons. Stop it. That's stupid.
X-Pac has just given the entire Hall of Fame some STDs. You don't want that shit.
He looked great, though.
He did look good. Yeah, he looked real good. Thank
He's
God.
the only one who looked like he could go out and function as
My
an
wife
adult.
said the same thing. She's like, wow, he looks great. I'm like, well, that's what happens when you get off crack. You look like that.
Yeah,
look good. Good for him. All right, Dinosaur Season 2, Episode 9, A New Leaf. Robbie and Spike find a new plant that produces a happy mood when it's eaten. Ooh, I wonder what this could be about.
It's a most unusual day. It's like catching the bridal bouquet. It's like reaching the moon or composing a tune. It's a most unusual day.
It's a most unusual time.
This is the episode Ashley had watched and told us to make sure we watch. So real quick, before we get into the nitty gritty, I had another Dinosaurs convert happen. My wife and I were watching these, and she's like, "Oh, Dinosaurs, yeah." I listened to the episode, yeah. And then she watches the episode, and she's like, "Wow, that was pretty good." Like I'm shocked. Like, so another convert, like
excellent.
The gimmick
was it that she watched that episode? She watched
she watched this one and was like, "Wow, you were right." Like I told you. I told you it's actually pretty good.
Best way to convert, I think, anybody to Dinosaurs is get a Richfield-centric episode, because those are usually the best. Oh, my
God. Was he amazing in this?
He was
incredible in this. All right, so we start off father and son. Earl and Robbie are fighting. Real punk rock situation going on here. Robbie's got the long spikes. Earl wants scissors. He wants to cut them off. And Robbie gets mad and decides he's going to run away. Dad doesn't understand me. I'm going to run away.
I don't know why it impressed me so much, but the fact that they actually gave him longer spikes to signify like long hair, that blew me away. I'm like, holy shit.
That can't be easy to do.
No,
on these puppets.
Right.
So Robbie runs away. He meets up with his best buddy, Spike. And Spike says, wasn't it great back in the day when when sons could challenge their fathers to the death, take their territory, marry their wives, that kind of thing? And Robbie's like, yeah, wait, I'm marrying my mom. Ugh, it's gross. Very funny. They spot some food, which I love the food in these episodes, and the food talks and runs away. It's like, nope, you're not eating me. So they have to eat it. They have to eat some plants.
Yeah,
they find this weird.
Plants are slow. That's a great line.
Plants can't run away. Yeah. So they find a plant and they eat it. And the next thing we see is them being all high in the woods. They're high on this plant. And Robbie is like, you know what? I love my dad. I love Dad. I got to go home and give this plant to Dad. If anyone is getting high, Earl Sinclair seems like the perfect man. So Robbie brings back the plant to Earl, who's very upset about the fight. He's pacing the house, and Robbie comes in and says, look, Dad, I love you. And Earl is very thrilled. Robbie says, I have this plant. It made me happy. And Earl's like, plants don't do that. And then that very next scene is them singing a show tune together. They're both high, singing a song called, what is it called? A Most Unusual Day, which is from a movie called A Date with Judy. From 1956 or 8, something like that. I looked it up. I'm like, this has to be famous, right?
I feel like that was a bet.
Yeah.
It's like, I bet you $1 million I can get this in a network television show.
Yeah. So that song apparently was very famous. Obviously not now. And it was part of the Great American Songbook. Charlene enters and makes fun of them for being weird. And they're like, you just got to eat this plant and you'll be fine. And then she joins the party, so all three of them are high now together. The next morning, Fran wakes up. She's very confused because Earl is late for work. And he's like, oh, I'm late. I better get dressed. And then he looks down and he's like, I just realized I never wear any pants. It's very funny because he just has that shirt.
There's a couple fourth wall jokes in here that I really like.
There's a lot of wall breaking down in this episode.
Yeah.
So Richfield, star, he's been looking for Earl all morning because he's late for work. Earl shows up and he gives the plant to all the workers. It's like, you gotta try this plant. Everybody's like, all right, well, so we'll try it. So then he goes in to see Richfield and says, hello, my special friend. And he goes, you're 4 hours late. I should kill you and eat your entire family. Except for, I'm pretty sure the union would be upset about that. Union jokes. So Earl gets fired for being late, and he's like, okay, whatever, I got fired, who cares? Here, let me leave this plant with you, Richfield. I'm going to go home. Leading to the best part of the whole episode, maybe.
Yep.
So now we're back at home, and all the Sinclairs are high, and Baby's like, I need food, you guys. You're not feeding me or giving me water. They're like, whatever. And he's like, I want juice now. And then they start to get very paranoid, and they're like, I feel like we're being watched. I feel like there's cameras in here, and we're being watched by these cameras. And they like look right into the camera, breaking the fourth wall. That it's a sitcom.
Yeah. And
then a very funny joke about the numerical system. Like,
oh right,
why is the dinosaur numerical system based on 10 when we only have 8 fingers? Fantastic. That's definitely something you would say when you're high. Come up with these great, ridiculous plans. Baby wants juice. Fran comes home and wonders, why is everyone home today? I was just at the grocery store and I couldn't buy groceries because we don't have any money. And Earl says, oh, right, I forgot to tell you, I got fired. and I'm going back to school, and I'm going out for cheerleader.
That's right, because he went back to high school, but then got like sent back down to junior high.
Yes. She says, I think this happy plant is bad for you. Now we see all the workers back at work are super high and having a great time, but the one dude is paranoid about everyone making fun of him.
Which I kind of like that you show like different attitudes of being high.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the most incredible thing ever, Earl.
Yeah.
We see Richfield has eaten the plant and is spray painted his entire trailer. I didn't even see what was on there, but there's like a bunch of hippie shit on the outside of the trailer.
Right, like his face is spray painted on. And he's got like swirly eyes and stuff.
And
really
inside is he's singing Purple Haze.
Yeah, right.
Jimi Hendrix.
I love how like there is a Jimi Hendrix dinosaur in this universe, and there's also apparently that musical exists in this universe. Yeah. So
he's
funny.
That.
And Sherman Hemsley is just going ham.
He's
in
great.
This thing. He is just having a ball, it sounds like.
It is awesome. So he talks to Earl and picks up the phone, and he gets fired. I was surprised by this because I thought he owned the company. But I guess there's somebody above him, and he's like, yeah. Oh, yeah, I haven't done any of that. Oh, I'm fired? All right, whatever. He hangs up and sings Purple Haze again.
He's like, bummer.
So good.
Yeah.
Then we cut back to the house, and Earl, he wakes up, and he is in his cheerleader outfit, and he's like, I slept through the big game. He's even missed the cheerleading. Fran and Baby are out. They're going to move out. They're moving into Monica DeVertebrae's house.
There you go.
So she's back. The Sinclairs all run out of the pot plant, and they have to go to the forest to find more because they're out. And they're having like a hangover kind of thing where I feel feelings again. I feel things again. I feel pain. I don't want this. So they go back to the forest, and Spike is there, and he's just there for the week eating plant without anybody looking for him. So then they decide, well, we got to get rid of this plant. It's screwing up our lives. So they burn the plant, but then they all get high again because they burn the plant. Even Fran is there, right?
Yeah.
And she gets high too. And then we cut to Robbie at the end, breaking character, and like the sets are being moved out and stuff. And he's like, so like you shouldn't do drugs because then we have to do these heavy-handed sitcoms like this one. So don't do drugs so we don't have to do something like this ever again.
Right.
Say no to drugs.
It was say no to drugs so we don't get these crappy TV shows, which is wonderful. Right. I love how all the cameramen were dinosaurs. Like they just kept it going. It was just well done.
So well done.
Yeah.
Such a well done episode. What'd you guys think? Obviously, Mark, you loved it.
I loved it. I really did. I mean, this is one of the ones I really do remember growing up. And at the time, I don't think I knew you weren't supposed to do this like magical plant, but I didn't put like 2 and 2 together that it had to dealt with because I was probably like 10. I didn't even really have a concept of drugs other than like they're like this mythical thing you're not supposed to do, but I'd never seen them or come into contact because I grew up in like white suburbia. It was one of those things where like that episode really brought back a lot of memories. Richfield in his trailer I distinctly remember, like the minute he got the plant, I remembered that scene. I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. So and he was so funny in that. Earl was great. I kind of enjoyed, even though I love dinosaurs, I kind of enjoyed that it was not a baby centric episode because there's a lot of those, and sometimes a little of him goes a long way. Yeah. So I like that we was more focused on like a Robbie Earl dynamic. So I enjoyed it. I loved it.
Yeah. I thought it was great. What'd you think, Greg?
So I saved this episode to watch for last because
interesting.
I'm sorry to say, Mark, I'm not a huge Dinosaurs fan.
That's fine. You can be wrong.
However, this episode was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Is this one of the better?
Oh, this is by far my favorite one that we've watched.
Yeah.
The only one I think I like comparably or possibly more. No, as weird as it sounds, I'm going back on that. Is that divorce episode?
Oh yeah.
The marriage license one.
The more I think about that episode, I think that was a great fucking episode.
Yeah.
I thought this was also very, very good. And I wanted to point out 2 jokes that I think are really set this apart. you touched on these a little bit.
I like that you take notes. I'm really I'm impressed.
Yes. Please expand.
So when Earl brings the plant to Ridgefield, he gives him this speech about how he always thought there was a little boy inside of Ridgefield that wanted to get out. And the line that Ridgefield says back to him is, the only little boy that's inside of me is the one I ate for breakfast. And I'm eating his sister for lunch. Which is an insane joke, and I am here for it.
As weird as to say, that fits the character, though.
It's
such
just awesome.
A lunatic. Yeah.
That's hysterical.
Well,
we watched the dating episode where he literally ate all the boyfriends, right?
Yeah.
Which is also funny because he's a triceratops, right? And he eats
right.
He eats other dinosaurs, but they're not supposed to do that. Also funny.
And then the other joke that I think is pretty transcendent is when they decide that they don't need the plant anymore in the forest, and Earl gives a very big speech about how this is a chance for them to show self-control and to teach that they are in fact bigger than the plant and that they don't need the plant. And then for it to smash cut to the plant being on fire.
Yes.
Because they did in fact, they were unable to control themselves and burn the plant.
Wonderfully done.
I love a good jump cut like that, and that was one of my favorites of all time.
That's a good one.
I thought that was a transcendent joke.
Yeah.
And it sort of ties into the beginning because they jump cut at that point where he's like, this won't do anything, and then he's singing the show tune.
Yeah.
It just fits, everything fits the characters, too. Like, Earl is weak-willed. Like, he's shown that a couple of times, that he has no self-control, or he has no problem, humiliating himself in front of Richfield. Like, that's just who he is. So I like that he just took the easy way out on this one.
Yeah. And then I got 2 more comments. There is also the one little bit that the baby really has. Yeah. He references the very famous drug commercial about this is your This is your brain. This is your brain on drugs.
He hits him with the pot, right?
Yeah. It's a lame joke now. I bet you at the time I was like, oh, that's funny. Mm-hmm. But it is iconic.
It had to be in there.
And then having watched this episode 5th, for Robbie to end the episode saying,
yes,
please don't do drugs so we can stop doing these episodes. That really touched me. I was now 2.5 hours into these episodes, and I'm like, he's not wrong. Please,
thanks for
everyone.
Please
don't
off
drugs.
Please don't. You don't need these.
Yeah,
very good.
Great episode.
Yeah,
top notch. I
happy.
thought that dance number, I thought that was hysterical. I thought there were some really good jokes.
The actors who are doing this is amazing to me. That you're able to dance and do these full routines,
crazy
in these massive costumes, is just blows my mind. They're amazing.
Every time, it's not. If it was up converted into HD, I think people would feel this. If you're really watching, it's in standard. But if you're it's high level stuff. These puppets are and the sets are incredible.
Well, you get why it was one of the most expensive shows to put on, and why it really didn't hang around for much longer, because the budget was insane.
It was. All right. So we talked about this a little bit in our texting with each other leading up to the episode, but I wanted to get a more, I don't know, more realistic, but a more modern day or a different take on the pot episode in TGIF. You could make your own pot episode in TGIF. What would it be? So all 3 of us have penned a short synopsis of what a pot TGIF episode would be for us. And does anyone want to start? And we're going to sprinkle these in between the episodes. So let's sprinkle one in right here. Who wants to start?
I'll go.
Nobody wants.
I'll go because I put very little work into this.
I mean, I don't think any of us put very much work into it.
Picture, if you will, in your mind's eye.
All right, here we go.
All right, get your cameras out.
I got it.
Mine's a Full House episode.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I kind of thought this would happen. I'm not going to lie. I kind of thought you would ruin Full House, the Full House perfect family by doing this.
No, I took this seriously. This
okay.
This is a real pitch. I expect this to have been an episode. This is literally the episode I was expecting to see.
Gotcha. So you're
That didn't
okay. So
occur.
you're within the
didn't
Full
occur.
House universe. What you expect if they did a drug episode? Okay, I'm with you.
Right.
I'm with you. Okay.
When we made the joke last time that I knew this episode already, and it just didn't happen.
Yeah, right. It didn't exist.
DJ and Steve are temporarily broken up.
Oh no.
Kimmy Gibbler, she's got the answers, right?
Okay.
There's a guy at school, a little bit bad, a little bit Kimmy style. He's got a friend. Double date.
Ooh.
Oh,
all right.
Nice.
Danny is not stoked about his daughter going out with these guys, but, she's 16 now. She's got to figure it out. So they go out. They're parking cars. Wink. All right. And these boys, they pressure DJ and Kimmy a little bit. Kimmy's on board. DJ, not so much. And she has to take the long walk home because she stood up to her morals. But here's the thing. This is why it applies two ways. One, boys always want girls to do things they don't want to do. So nowadays, it's a drug episode and ties into the Me Too movement.
Oh.
Perfect. Look at that. Yeah.
All right. You got to learn that no means no, whether it's drugs or robo-dicks.
Damn straight. Don't listen. Sorry, Robo-Dick.
Or Robodix. I like how Robodix made it.
I'm going to put googly eyes on him next time.
No, there you go. Personality.
B-plot.
Yeah.
What? There's no B-plot.
What? I got very excited there.
Joey has a job interview for a big gig, but his car's broken down. Him and Jesse got to get to Reno. Radiator overheats.
It's so dead on.
Hijinks ensue.
They pick up DJ on the side of the road.
They pick up DJ
there
on the
you go.
side of
Right.
the road, ties it all together.
Yep.
Big hug. Miller Boyette.
Do they lay the
They do
smackdown
sick.
on these two boys and pick up Gibbler? Or does Gibbler just-
no, that's good.
Yeah.
Joey breaks out Mr. Woodchuck, and they're high as fuck, and they don't know how to handle that shit.
He scares them with his comedy?
Yes.
It's so weird. Why would anybody pay for this? The fuck? You're a grown man. What are you doing?
Can't you picture that?
Yeah.
Them
Oh,
high
God.
as fuck and night
Absolutely.
and no lights, and the
Or-
Woodchuck appears
Oh,
in the,
God.
in the
Doing
window.
Fucking Johnny Carson or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Man.
I would watch that. That is a fantastic.
You've nailed it again. You've nailed it again. You've missed your calling as a sitcom
my
writer for the 1990s. You could write a Sabrina the Teenage Witch episode like this.
I was say, isn't that a plot of ours? Isn't that another episode we're gonna do? We're gonna write
Yes, at some
episodes
point, and I fear that I will be lacking in that one, and you're going to crush it because some of the things I wrote down for my plot were so bad until I got to the one I came up with, which still isn't that good. I don't think you shouldn't have gone first. I think that was
I
a mistake.
Damn it.
Shit. All right. Moving on to Boy Meets World, Season 5, Episode 18. If you can't be with the one you love.
So they got Hunter kidnapped and handcuffed to a pole, and I have to step in and save Sean's butt because I have a way with women, as you can probably tell by the fact that I've never been more available in my life. Tickets go on sale at the box office.
Okay, who are you and what have you done with Corey the Mope? Sean, it's me.
Corey and Sean experiment with drinking. Real quick, there's like a whole trope, tvtropes.com or whatever it is, a very special episode, which was like a 90s thing. Like, we're going to touch on some serious shit in this episode, a very special episode. So I guess this technically would count as a very special episode.
Yeah.
That's why I thought this would be so easy. Like, not TV trope, 90s special episodes. I thought we'd be
there are
fucking
many.
swimming in drug
Yeah.
episodes.
Just
They're
because
not
also
many
you
in
need to
drugs.
you need to fill like 24 episodes. So this is like an easy slam dunk. This is
Yeah.
just writes
Right.
itself. Come up
Right.
with like a social issue and then go for it.
Yes. So this one is about alcohol. It's not about weed. It's not about pot. But kind of has similar... Some of it has similar kind of things, like you're doing stupid shit at parties. Sean is in class, and Feeney's teaching about feudalism, and he talks a bunch of shit about how boring feudalism is and how he hates it. More feudalism. Topanga and Corey are broken up again, and and Topanga's like totally cool with this breakup. She's good, but Corey cries every 20 minutes, or is it less? I forget. Cries every few minutes, and Sean's like, "You're gonna cry again. You just always cry." And he said, "You're such a bummer. Hot girl Kim is having a party to celebrate getting a new nose, and you weren't invited because no one wants to hang out with you because you're a downer." So Corey's like, "Well, that sucks. that's terrible. I'm a downer." We get to the party, and Kimberly and Angela are fighting over. They're fighting over Sean. Kimberly's already like looking for a man, and we know Sean and Angela are together, but she's still going after Sean. Corey walks in, cool guy Corey, and comes out with this one. When Kim answers the door, he says, "Ooh, new nose, La Femme Nikita, baby," which is so stupid, but also made me laugh because wrestling and La Femme Nikita used to be on after wrestling. Every like silk stockings, La Femme Nikita,
right? Yep.
Like La Femme Nikita jokes. Drunk Corey is really fun.
He is fun. I was thinking the same thing. I'd like to hang out with drunk Corey.
Yeah, he was telling some funny stories about Sean, and everybody at the party loves him.
Because here's the thing, too. That party sucked. Like, there was nothing going on there. So he was the best part of that party. They should have been
he was being funny.
He was hammered. Yeah.
He wasn't even being like a drunk dick. He was just being funny.
Did you guys go to any high school parties?
Yes.
Yes.
Did
you?
All pretty much like that.
Yeah.
It was all real lame.
I can't even remember it.
I feel like my drinking escapades will be a part of an alcohol episode someday, but I may save some of those stories. But a lot of my parties were outdoors for some reason, drinking parties in the woods where no one can find you, kind of parties. So definitely a lot weirder than this, like being in a house. I don't remember going to many house parties, but yeah, like people weren't pulling that off. Like that was parents were hip to the house party. They weren't letting that happen.
I went to a small Christian school, so like it wasn't. I didn't adhere to any Christian ideals, but like most of the people in my school did. So like I think I just missed out on all that. Most of our high school parties were similar to this. Like the parents would be there, and it was just like 12 kids hanging out in a basement somewhere.
Yeah,
right. That's pretty much dead on what I had experience with. You know, until alcohol got involved, they were all pretty just kind of lame, kind of basic. Even the ones I went to where like the parents weren't there. I do remember a couple where the parents were out of town or something like that, but we didn't have any booze. We hung around and watched bad movies, which was fine.
Which is fine.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all.
But now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I mean, there were many times where I got a hold of booze and had not parties. I wouldn't call them a party, but like 3 dudes drink some whiskey and play video games or something and order pizzas. Like,
sounds fun.
Very, very tame compared to what this looked like. So Kim, new nose Kim, is interested in Corey. She wants to date Corey now that he's cool. And Angela's like, back off. She's my ladies' man or something like that. Like, they are broken up. Like,
move,
what are you
Angela.
doing?
Seriously,
really? Stop
really
ruining
bad.
this for Corey. She seems like a babe.
Yeah.
Come on. Corey's in the bathroom and look at himself in the mirror, and he's like, all right, let's do it. And he pulls out a little bottle of whiskey out of his jacket that he stole from his dad's liquor cabinet, which is not a good move because they find that shit. Like, if you steal liquor, they know it's missing.
I like the old bathroom pep talk, by the way, at a party. That was good. That took me back.
The sitcom look in the mirror like, you could do this.
Yeah.
So Sean walks in and is like, you've been in here for like an hour. What's going on? And he's like, I'm drinking in here. Leave me alone. Let me answer. I'm drinking in here, Sean. And Sean says, very controversial topic for me, you're drinking? How have I never drank before? Sean has never drank before? What the fuck? Sean is the degenerate here. So he's never drank. So he just is in. He's like, all right, you want to do it? Let's do it. So they start drinking and they go on a bender and they leave the party and they just walk around downtown Philly. They pee on a bunch of cop cars. They smash a bottle. They smash this bottle on the road, and they did what I did for years. They ask a weird dude coming out of a liquor store to buy you more liquor. And it surprisingly works a lot.
Yeah. Oh,
Dudes are buying, like, if you give it 20 and it's like $10, they will do it. Back from my experience back in the day, until we got, this is maybe for the alcohol episode, I got a hookup at like a gas station, and dude was just let us put stuff in a book bag. And so we went there after that. But for a long time, we find like really sketchy dudes and have them buy us beer. The boys are excited because this guy agrees to buy them beer. They hug, comes out to give them the beer. We get some uncomfortable gay jokes.
Yeah,
here.
dated, very dated.
Not great. Men can't hug. What the hell? Come on. So they drink open container. Like these boys do not know what they're doing. They're peeing on cop cars. They're drinking open container in the middle of the streets of Philly. And of course they get arrested. They get arrested for drinking, and they get arrested by cop car number 72, which is the one they peed on. So a call back to that. Back at the house, Corey's dad is super pissed.
Jeez.
And being a real fucking jerk, and says like, Sean did this, and I knew this friendship was a bad idea.
Yeah.
And then it's really uncomfortable.
Really bad, because like this is season, what season was this?
5,
6?
right?
5.
Okay. So like there's a lot of like Sean's dad or Corey's dad and Sean interaction, and now you just feel like, oh, I hated him from the beginning, he's a bad influence on my son, and it was weird.
Yeah.
It was a weird like character flip.
Right. So he's mad, and Sean tries to take the fall, being a good friend. He's like, it is my fault. It is my fault. And the parents leave, and Corey's like, look, what are you doing? And he's like, it's easy for me. My parents don't give a shit about me, so I'll take the fall. And then they come back in, and Corey's like, I stole it. I made him drink. It's all my fault. What are you doing? And Corey's dad feels like shit. Sean runs away. And the next day, Sean is a full-on alcoholic. After one night.
Yeah.
After one night, he's a crazy alcoholic. And he's in class, drunk, interrupting Feeney, which he already interrupts Feeney all the time.
Right.
Is it that weird that he's interrupting Feeney? Anyway, he's fucking around in class. Feeney tosses him out. Get out of here. We need to learn about feudalism. Get out. And Sean goes back to his apartment with his brother Jack and says, like, I've been drinking all week. After one night, I've been drinking all week. Sean's brother Jack says, like, look, your dad, like, our dad is an alcoholic. Like, he's got a lot of issues. You can't be doing this. And that's why my mother or the mom left or something. And they get into like a fist fight over this. And Sean gets all crazy. And he's so crazy when Angela walks in, he pushes Angela.
Ooh.
He's a crazy alcoholic, and he pushes Angela. Sean realizes he's really fucked up, so he goes back to Corey's house and talks to Corey's dad, and is like, I'm in big trouble. And Corey's dad kind of apologizes for that, and then it gets wrapped up very neatly because Sean just says sorry to everybody, and he's fine. And they're back in class, and he's like, I am off drinking. We're never going to drink again, right? And Corey's like, yeah, of course. We're never going to drink again. And that's it. And Angela's fine with it. She's cool.
Yeah.
Even though she got pushed. And he's like, and that's it. We're never going to drink again, which seems odd that she would be on alcohol, addicted to alcohol, an alcoholic, push and fight people, and then the next day just kick it cold turkey all in 1 week. But
real roller coaster for him.
Yeah.
it was that guy.
Really went through the AA pretty quickly there, all those steps. Just
Yeah,
plowed through them in one day.
they ran out of time in this episode, so he had to, 1 minute he's pushing somebody, the next
1
minute it's
minute left.
fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine. Very
It's-
heavy-handed, this
This
episode.
episode was very bad.
Yeah.
It's
Not
rough.
my favorite.
It's awkward.
It
Yeah.
felt like it should have been a 2-parter because everything felt rushed.
Yeah,
Like,
way rushed.
The whole party could have been its own thing because I didn't even
Yeah.
know where he got the booze from. Like, that could have been a whole thing, like sneaking around the room, trying to steal the booze,
Yeah.
talking about it, all that stuff.
Right.
It was just like, we're drinking. You're an alcoholic.
Yeah,
Credits.
you're fine.
Right.
We're back.
It could have ended at the where the cop arrested them. That could have been the end of like the first episode.
Yes,
that would have been a good
yes.
like lead into the second one.
Yeah.
Or a rock bottom moment. Like he keeps getting worse and worse and worse. He yells at Feeney. He pushes Angela. Now
Pushes
he's like
Feeney.
pushes Feeney.
What?
Yeah.
Knife fight.
God.
Sit down, John.
John Adams.
Sit down, John.
Sings a few songs.
Damn you, sir. That was
All right.
good.
I really like 1776. I can make those jokes all day.
Even though the the reviews were like it's a piece of shit.
Yeah, you'd have to be
Fuck those
a
people. That
literal
movie's
idiot
great.
to enjoy this.
Yeah.
Roger Ebert,
We love it.
1989.
Yeah.
Ebert. Fuck you, Ebert.
Seriously.
Wherever you are. Fuck you,
Yeah.
Ebert.
Burn in hell, Ebert.
Yeah, he's dead, isn't he? He's dead. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, right.
I feel bad now. Oh, sorry, Ebert.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
Fuck you, Siskel. He's dead too, right?
He's definitely dead.
It definitely
Long
should
time.
have been 2 episodes, in my
Yes,
opinion. The whole
absolutely.
thing felt rushed.
Yeah.
Also, like Corey actually was the life of that party. Like he
Yeah.
didn't do anything bad. He seemed to be having a
No.
good time. People were loving it.
Right.
It's not like
Right.
he punched anybody or was too drunk
No,
and he
he was
knocked over
fun.
lamps or anything.
Right.
And Topanga's like, I saw you and I
You were
didn't
gross.
like it.
Yeah.
Why? You didn't like that I was
Didn't like
entertaining?
what? That I was
and,
having
like,
a good time?
Chicks
Yeah.
dig me?
This
was
is the
also
whole
like-
problem with our relationship, Topanga. It's all about you.
This episode also had there's we'll get to another episode coming up, which I felt like had a much better message. But this one was just like never do anything that is like illegal or can control you. Like no moderation, just don't do it. Like ever,
Right.
don't touch it.
Yeah.
And that's a horrible message. I think it's like that causes I think a lot of problems when people do try something they've told they're never supposed to do, and then they end up liking it. So
Yeah.
like that's bad message. But the whole episode was just weird.
Bad.
Yeah.
Not their best work. Usually
Yeah.
Boy Meets World brings some bangers, but
Yeah.
no.
Oh, for sure.
I did enjoy watching them like have fun together.
Yeah, I
Like,
did too.
drunkenly have fun together. I'm like, oh, okay, that's fun. I could see these guys doing this.
Yeah.
Like not
Oh.
pee in a car and get arrested and like drink open container. Nobody's that fucking stupid. But that bothered me. I'm like, they're that dumb. Like they should have just got caught by the dad later. Like
Yeah.
should they have been arrested? I don't know.
This is also a good example of just misrepresentation of what any of these things do.
Right, 100%.
Like
Yes.
the Dinosaurs
It's not-
episode was also a misrepresentation
Yeah.
of weed, but at the same
Yeah.
time, it wasn't weed per se. It was just an allegory
Yeah.
for weed.
You don't know what the
Right.
magic
So, like-
plant does.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like, conceptually, that plant isn't weed, so it treats you differently than weed.
Yeah.
But, like, this is just isn't how booze works. You don't
Right.
take a couple beers before school and then scream at your teacher.
Yeah.
You don't become a raging alcoholic after like 12 hours? I
Right.
mean,
Yeah. Yeah. And like the Dinosaurs one, you don't turn into a Purple Haze like hippie after one use of weed.
Yeah.
speak for yourself.
I like that music, but yeah. That one has the best representation, right?
It's the closest for sure.
yeah,
but,
it's
like,
the closest. It's not right, but it's the
I've never
closest.
I've never smoked weed and did a dance.
Yeah.
No, no.
Like it
no,
didn't
no, no.
inspire show tunes in me.
No,
That's
no.
always in my heart. I don't need marijuana for it.
Your
Greg
inhibitions
going on.
are always down.
Just ask Greg about cats. He'll go on forever. So,
Oh, I got opinions about cats. It's been a while.
How long was that? Was that episode?
Oh, I mean, we actually live streamed it,
Yeah.
so it was,
was over.
about as long as the movie.
It was over the movie runtime.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man.
So, I want to tell you two things about Boy Meets World, since we're on the subject here.
Yes.
So, my daughter watched Girl Meets World when she was younger, which
course.
is the sequel to this, I guess. So,
Absolutely.
it follows Corey and Topanga when they have their own kids.
Right.
And she was I was watching this in the living room, and she walked by and she goes, "Oh!" And she watched Girl Meets World just because she wanted to see it. She really didn't know anything about the other show. She's
Sure.
like, "Oh, that guy was on one of the Girl Meets World episodes." I'm like, "What? Who?" And it was Sean. And she pulled it up on Disney Plus, and we watched the episode where Sean shows up again. And it was kind of like heartwarming a little bit. It was like,
That's fun. Yeah.
that's awesome, because like it was like a Christmas episode, and like the parents were there again. They got all the original actors. I'm like, okay, all right, this is nice. This is real nice. And the second thing has nothing to do with Boy Meets World, but Greg, is your name Sexy Greg the Pharaoh Wizard?
Yes. Did you just do that now?
Like 10 minutes ago.
I just glanced up, but I'm like, I don't even know what it's cut off, but I know exactly what that is.
Can you explain what Sexy Greg the Pharaoh Wizard is supposed to mean?
It's a reference to Clerks, the animated series.
Oh, okay.
That was one of Randall's nicknames, Sexy Randall the Pharaoh Wizard.
Well, for one guy.
What? Right.
I'm going to change mine to Dum Dum.
That's his club name.
Yeah, it's club name.
If anybody, I mean, I don't know if you're going to leave this in, but if you have if listeners or have not seen the Clerks animated series,
can you watch it anywhere? Is it on any platforms?
YouTube, actually. I think it's on YouTube.
Just randomly. Yeah.
It's somewhere. So, preface, lot of jokes that do not age well. Mentally challenged jokes, homosexual jokes.
Yes.
They might even say like the F word, not
they do.
fuck.
They do.
The other one.
We're talking about cigarettes. Yeah.
Yes. And like I get that joke, and that's a little iffy, but very, very un-PC now.
Yeah.
So I will not excuse that. However, there are some jokes in that have transcended time. Boy, is that show great.
Oh my God. To this day, my daughter, because he's always at, the Clerks guys are always at cons. And to this day, my daughter, if she sees anybody from Clerks, she just goes, "I'm Dante, and I'm the biggest idiot ever." His face while he was there.
Ty loves to tell the story about when him and I just totally no-sold that actor.
Oh no!
Ty and I were setting up a con, and like Ty and I are never in a good mood when we're getting ready for a con, because especially this one, which was somewhere
so much work.
And Brian O'Halloran, who plays Dante, he's at a lot of these cons, so we see him. So I'm like hand wave friendly with a couple like very, very minor celebrities, all somehow tied to Kevin Smith. Like Ming Chen from Comic Book Boys or whatever that show is came up and like really wanted to have a conversation with me.
Wow.
They're like, "Oh, haven't seen you in a little bit." And I'm like,
get out.
You're fucking Meng.
You're not the Montreal X-Men. I don't have time for you.
So very similar to that, Ty and I were setting up for our booth at a con once, and Brian O'Halloran came over and just wanted to shoot the shit. And he was like, "Oh, hey, how's the con been going? Like, what's this? What's that?" And Tyner just like, "Dude, we don't have time for this. You were in a decent movie 30 years ago. We're fucking working."
We got shit to do.
So we're like, "Yup, we're doing good. All right. Well, catch you later, fucking Dante."
Oh my God.
Oh God, he is literally at every con I think I've been to.
Yeah.
It's just he's a staple at every single one.
I can't remember the exact joke or the exact number, but was it 36 dicks?
37 in a row.
37.
That in a row always gets me.
Anytime someone says that number to me, I'll pop up and go, "In a row." That's a great joke. Talk about.
Do you like Clerks?
Joke.
Do you like Clerks too?
I think it has some funny jokes in it.
Yep.
The Hobbit thing made me laugh. I remember
was
that.
funny.
Yeah, the description of like the plot description of the Hobbit.
People walking
by I think it was Randall who did that.
Yeah.
I forget.
Like
now.
the story of that movie is he told Jason Mewes, the real life Jason Mewes, that if he kicked heroin, he would write a movie for him.
Mm.
And that's what Clerks 2 feels like to me. Like a low effort, let's get a movie out so my best friend can get employed again.
Yeah.
Did they do a third one?
They're working on it or something.
It's still in production.
Yeah. Kevin, I'm gonna say this very quickly. Kevin Smith might be like the biggest cliff of interests I've ever had, where it's like everything he does I'm involved with, and then he did like Cop Out, and it was just like
Will's movie.
Yep, right.
Which the movie sucks, but I used to like those spoken words.
His spoken word's great.
His spoken word on what happened with Cop Out is amazing.
I love it.
Like,
but I mean, to go from can't not see to haven't seen anything since.
Yeah, completely uninterested.
In fact, speaking of it, Ty and I literally like bumped into Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes at a con once, and 15 years ago I would have lost my fucking mind.
For real, yeah.
And this was 2 years ago, and I bumped into him. I was like, "Hey, man," kept walking.
You get a hey man, that's all you get.
You could have asked him about Degrassi. What are you doing? These are things you want to talk to him about.
There you go.
So, and I mean, it's just getting old, I guess. There used to be all sorts of people I would go nuts for if I saw them on the street, and now it's just sort of like, oh, look.
Yeah. Oh, it's you.
Hey, you did a
What's
thing.
up,
like
you
once.
famous person?
If
You're
you
a famous person.
If you ran into Drew Bennett, what would your reaction be?
Explosions.
Whoa. Oh boy. Whoa boy.
The one that still holds Greg's heart in his hand, Drew Bennett.
All right, back to what was TGIF?
Drugs,
That's what we're on this time.
Drugs.
Kevin Smith, he fits right in. Family Matters. Oh boy. Family Matters, season 9, episode 18. Throw Steve from the train.
Hey, thanks, Carl, for lending me these boxers.
You're welcome.
They sure are roomy. I could hold a 3-ring circus in here.
Look, Steve.
Oh boy.
These late season Family Matters.
Man alive. Family Matters. When did they jump the shark? When Steve showed up? Was that the barometer?
We were close, man. That might have been it.
I mean, I don't have an exact time, but if I had to guess, it'd be when Steve cloned himself and made Stefan an actual character.
Okay.
But I kind of
Because
remember
at that point they go from like wacky sitcom to super science.
Right.
I feel like I enjoyed that at the time.
I enjoyed the first one, but then they kept bringing him back. And I remember not liking those.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not against Stefan as a character.
Yeah.
Especially the episode where they make him is the Disney episode, and I have a lot of affection for it.
Mhm.
But as a whole,
Right.
what are you doing? It was an absolutely normal family with like a wacky neighbor.
Right.
And now. I'm almost 100% certain the final episode, Steve goes to the moon.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's a rocket ship or something. Yeah.
Oh boy.
I mean, the show becomes a quantum leap. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's just like in like
You're
nothing.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, if we're talking about jumping the shark, that to me is a line of delineation where Steve goes from clumsy neighbor to cloning himself.
Super scientist.
Yeah. This episode though, my God, I mean, it was so late in the run. It is
This is the third to last episode, right?
Yeah.
It's almost at the end.
Fourth to last episode.
It is real rough.
Okay. So let's go through this. Laura is suspicious of Maxine, who's a new character, who was apparently dating Geraldo Faldo at one point. They're best friends, though, her and Maxine. She's very suspicious because Maxine has a new boyfriend, DeAndre Moore.
Ooh.
So we get a kind of a different perspective, which I kind of thought was going to happen in Family Matters. A drug bust in Family Matters. They reference drug busts. They don't actually have a full-on drug bust, I don't think, until we get here. Steve is cooking breakfast for Laura. They date now, which is really bizarre.
Mm-hmm.
And Laura says, "What are you trying to bribe me for something?" And Steve's like, "Yes, of course," which I laughed at. Maxine comes in and talks about how great her new boyfriend was or is. And after only 1 week of dating, she already has this fancy ass watch. Her and Laura are like giggling and laughing and like dancing and doing that thing like, ooh. And Steve is doing it with them, which I thought was the best joke of the whole show, which tells you how bad this one was. Or he's doing like the girl talk with them. And they're like, "What are you doing?" It's like, I'm having fun. Like, I'm excited for your boyfriend. Carl walks into the house and he's like, "Oh, terrible day at work. Awful day. One of my friends who's a cop got a promotion or something." I didn't write this down. I'm going to be completely honest here. I got completely derailed in my note taking because he says this and the camera pans and we see, and he's like, "Hey, Harriet," and it's some other lady.
New
it's
Harriet.
Not Harriet. Fuck. Yeah, they replaced Harriet in the last season.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Why is there no Harriet?
This is the CBS season, right?
I think so. Yeah.
100%. It went to CBS. Harriet got replaced. I looked it up like in a panic.
Looks 90. it could have been Grandma Winslow.
Oh
And be
my
like, did
gosh.
recast her too?
Harriet, the actress who plays Harriet,
Yeah.
is great at that character. So good. So funny. Does a lot of great stuff. Probably better work on Perfect Strangers, to be honest, but still very funny. Has a great presence and all that. This woman is just like, hey, what's up, Carl? Like, she has nothing compared to the other lady.
Absolutely nothing. It's just she's just reading her lines. It's a placeholder. It really is.
It's literally a placeholder.
They're just trying to like run out the season.
Let's finish this shit.
So weird.
So I looked it up because I'm like, what the fuck? Why would this happen? Apparently, the actress who played Harriet was pissed for a long, long time. Could not get out of her contract. Her contract expired before the last season, and she just left.
Wow.
She was
must be
unhappy.
real pissed.
I don't know
why
what
was she
happened to this
upset?
woman.
I don't know.
I don't know. She didn't say exactly what it was.
She had like a key role on a major sitcom.
Right. You were on TV there was never an episode where she wasn't in it. I mean,
I guess they weren't using her enough, maybe, or something. I don't know. She
Maybe
wasn't-
Carl was making like
Wasn't
$100K
going
an
over?
episode, and she was getting the craft
Urkel's
services.
$2 million an episode.
Wow. 2 million an episode. Anyway, so I looked this up, and she's in the last episode as a different character. She comes back and does another piece in the last episode as some other person.
What?
Fuck? It makes no sense. I don't get it. I don't know what happened
Maybe
here.
it's a SAG thing.
Maybe.
No,
She
I'm
lost-
serious. Like
She
right,
lost
maybe-
her
Yeah.
SAG card or something.
Had
I
to
don't
get it
know.
back.
No, I mean like maybe when you hire an actress for a role, you can't just sub in another actress for that role or something.
I can't imagine her walking out. I've never seen that last episode, I don't think, of her like walking out as another
Right.
character.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
hi.
Unless she
Bury
was,
it.
unless
What have
he
you been doing
like,
in the basement for
does,
23 episodes?
does Steve land on the moon and like she's an alien on the
Yeah,
moon?
there
That's
you
the
go.
only other
Perfect.
thing that could be, right?
That's where she is.
She takes the Stan Lee role in the TGIF cinematic universe.
Oh,
She is the watcher.
she's part of the knowers or whatever they're called.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh, shit.
I love Harriet.
She's great.
Yeah,
Right?
she is.
That
Also,
hurt me.
Before I forget, I want to say this.
Yeah.
This episode was bad. This episode was bad.
Suck
But
ass.
Yeah. But Laura, the actress who plays Laura and I feel like this is very underrated, not just this episode, but throughout the whole series, is very good at being the daughter of Carl and Harriet, like taking their mannerisms and
Yes.
putting it into one person, because she like kind of shows both, like she says things like Harriet does, and then she'll act like Carl does, or have a mannerism like Carl. And I feel like it's kind of underrated in sitcoms. So like you actually are the daughter of these two, so maybe take on a couple like characteristics of them, because that's only natural. So I don't know. I think I noticed it once in this episode. I'm like, that's really good, Laura. Good job.
That's a great point. Yeah, she does do that.
Yep.
She like challenges them. That's what I always remember about her.
Yeah.
Like
right.
getting over on the parents. Like she always like, oh, you're dumb. I'm gonna go to the party. Like, and like, oh, I guess okay, she's smarter than us. So,
Yep.
which I always liked. But
She was not the problem in this episode.
no. So DeAndre shows up and he gets to meet Laura, and he's a smooth talker. That DeAndre. And he's cool and he's nice to Laura. And then his cell phone rings before his cell phone rings, Laura says, what do you do for work? Like, how do you have all this money? And he says, I'm in import exports, which made me laugh because that's
the
a
Art
big sign.
Vandalay.
Art Vandalay Industries. Vandalay Industries is one of my favorite things about Seinfeld. His fake company that he works for. For how long? It was like 3 seasons. Where you're like, I work for Vandalay Industries. Importer exporter. It's so fucking funny. So he works for Vandalay Industries apparently. He gets a call on his very obvious drug dealer phone, and has this comical like, "Yo, so no, we'll just go with the flow." Which is very stupid.
Yeah,
Apparently, this guy.
how stupid is this?
It hurt me.
So
that
dumb.
would hurt me.
So dumb. Apparently, this dude is from Young and the Restless. This
Oh.
actor.
Oh, looks
For
it.
him.
I
My
guess.
wife was like, "Oh, he's in Young and the Restless." Like, "Oh, okay, cool."
Well, at least he's getting a
He
paycheck.
goes, "Maxine is my chick." Laura's like, "All right." And then he leaves, and she's like, "This guy there's something wrong here. Like, what are you doing? There's something wrong with it." And Maxine gets all, you're just unhappy for me. You're jealous. I mean, you are dating Steve fucking.
Yeah, I mean,
so, and I got this guy.
Valid.
He's hot. And you're dating Steve Urkel. Eddie Winslow, he walks in. He's now a cop.
I don't remember that at all.
Okay,
Yeah.
The only reason I remember that is because when I watched the wrong episode, it was the episode about how he became a cop.
Oh, there you go.
He drops out of college, and Carl's like, "You can't drop out of college. What the fuck?" Which we'll probably cover someday because I think it was a famous episode. And he's like, because I want to follow in your footsteps, you fucking dick. I want to be a cop. I want to help people. He's like, all right, cool. So he's a cop now. He comes in from his day of copping and
just copping about.
Just out there, cracking
Cop
heads.
in the front porch, just hanging out there.
Laura's like, I have this like weird feeling about this guy, DeAndre. And he's like, you're a terrible judge of character. You date Steve Urkel, which I laughed at. She's like, just look into this guy, DeAndre, for me. He's like, all right, fine, I will. Because knew Harriet, I completely missed the reason why these two are on a train. But Steve and Carl are on a train together. They're going to D.C. because Carl's friend is getting a promotion, I think. So they have to go. And Steve is dropping Carl off at the train station. And then he gets knocked out and stuck in the closet. I don't know. Maybe there's more to say here, but he gets stuck in the closet. And as the train goes, now he's stuck on the train with Carl. And Carl doesn't know it yet. And we get the full-on planes, trains, automobiles kind of like joke palette here where fat guy sleeping in a bed with a little guy and, all that kind of shit.
They had definitely run out of ideas at this point, and they were going on fumes.
Let's see what tiny space we can put these two in again.
Yeah.
So Carl has to pay for Steve to be on the train because he lost his wallet or something, and they're going to be stuck together for 14 hours. Steve has no clothes to wear, so he's got Carl's roomy boxers on. You never give another guy your boxers to wear? What the fuck is going on?
No.
What is that? You're going to be stuck on the train for 14 hours? Just wear them and deal with it.
Also, the dude who's very aggressively trying to be your son-in-law for like the last 15 years.
You're not wearing my underwear? What the fuck is that? So they share a bed. Steve sings a lullaby. Carl can't stand it. He's too hot. He opens the window. Of course, it's raining, and all the water pours in on him for a funny bit. And the pillow he has to try to block it explodes. It's all Steve's fault. Not great. Not great here. Not great. Not funny anymore. We're running out of jokes here. Maxine agrees to help DeAndre drop off a mysterious package to a guy at a magazine stand. When's the last time you saw a magazine stand?
I was just thinking that.
Right.
Like, talk about things that don't exist anymore.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
I mean, I guess like in an airport.
It's probably
sure. Right.
That's the only place I could think
Does
of.
New York City still have
maybe New York City, but
Do they have those like newspapers and magazines?
Well, they sell
here?
like snacks and stuff there, but I'm pretty sure there's like newspapers less. It's been a while, so I don't know.
I guess do you
right.
need the Wall Street Journal? Like,
Yeah.
just look it up on your phone. If you care enough to read the Wall Street Journal,
like
you own a phone.
So many things happen at these newsstands in movies. I don't know if you
I know, right?
think about that, but like so many movies have this like newsstand guy character in there.
Yeah.
And like characters find out information in movies. Like I think in Batman, he like opens it all like, oh shit, they know about me or something. He's at the newsstand.
Oh, darn.
Turns out this magazine stand guy is a coke dealer because Eddie busts him, and the cops are like, "Great job, Eddie." And Maxine has to go down to the precinct to give a statement because she's technically a drug dealer because she dropped this package off. Which is weird to see coke being used in a TGIF.
Yeah,
show.
that's an odd one.
It was like a step up. I thought for sure we were going to get a weed thing, but no, it's coke.
Right to coke.
Serious. This shit is serious right now. Carl flipped out on Steve while they're in the train. He called him a butthead, so Steve hides in the bathroom, and he said, that's insulting to me because that's what they called me in preschool. Okay. Apparently, Top Cop is the reason that Carl's going to. This made me laugh, but not for a good reason. Top Cop. Prestigious award for the best
Clinton
cop
handed
in
out the
America.
Top Cop Awards.
Top cop. Carl's very jealous of the guy who won the award because he turned down the job that this dude does. Steve is like, well, you turned it down for a good reason because you wanted to not move your family and blah, 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 blah. Heartwarming, bleh. And Carl's like, you're right, Steve. You're actually a good guy. And Steve says, you wouldn't be any good hobnobbing with Congress anyway. But Carl, you're truly a top cop. What a cheesy. I mean, all these are cheesy, but this is so stupid.
Yeah.
This is some next level shit.
So bad.
Real horrible.
So Maxine back at the end with Laura, they make up. Maxine got away scot.
She's just let go.
Free?
Yeah, right.
She delivered coke.
No, I think they like when Eddie's picking her up to give the
said,
statement,
like, don't worry about it.
He kind of says like, you didn't know we set this up now. So like, I think they're kind of giving her a pass because they know the circumstance. But
Oh my God. So yeah, she got away scot-free. They make up, and that's the end.
Yep.
Thank God.
It is the worst one. Spoiler alert. My
Yeah.
least favorite.
Yeah, mine too. It
This
is
is like it's just like a real nothing episode. Like
Yeah.
there's barely any jokes. The plot is almost non-existent.
Yeah, it's not funny.
Yeah. The only comment I have is that you say that Maxine's boyfriend is nice to Laura. He's like beyond nice to Laura. I was watching
Right.
this with my
He,
girlfriend,
like,
and
doesn't
she's
he like kiss her hand or something?
yeah, she's like, if some guy came in and was started hitting on like my friend or something,
In
like
front of
like this guy, I'd be upset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like, it
wants
sounds
a
like
piece-
he's
he
about
wants
to
to get-
propose little
Yeah.
Oh.
Urkel 4-way.
Robot dildos.
Little Stefan.
One robot dildo for you.
We'll get
one for
Maxine.
you.
We'll get the drug dealer Stefan on this. We'll
Call
have
on
ourselves
yourself.
an
Everybody.
old-fashioned orgy.
Call on yourself.
Get Steve-O involved
Yeah.
somewhere.
Oh my
So-
God.
Is it a
Who
cloning
brought the
machine?
puppet?
Steve has to be there. Oh my God, Steve should have been in a series regular.
Yeah, he's the second Stevels in this season too.
That's right.
Steve
Talk
too.
about going back
Oh
to the
my
well.
God.
We're gonna get
Yeah.
there. We'll do Steve
So
too.
without getting too heady about this, I do kind of want to make a statement of like, this is, of all these episodes, this is the show that actually had the most to say
Mhm.
about drugs.
Yeah,
Like,
drug dealing.
Carl's a cop, Eddie's a cop. It's an affluent African American family in Chicago
Yeah.
in a
Mhm.
time where drugs was ravaging a city.
It's
Right.
surprising that they didn't do this a bunch of other times.
They just
Right.
they just punted though. I mean, it was like
no, it's exactly that. Like, they had a chance to actually say something meaningful, and I get it, it's a sitcom, but at the same time, like, if you're going to try to make some sort of statement, and I don't even think this was making a statement, but
No.
this was the show that had the opportunity.
Yeah.
The entire show is about race relations in a way,
Kind of, yeah.
and they just ignored it. And
Yeah.
I think that's like, I think it's almost embarrassing.
I agree.
Well,
And they could have
yeah.
done this like early season, like season 1, season 2,
Right.
where like, like it was still more about like a, like I said, that urban family in a, like that type of situation, almost like a middle-class Cosby show, I think is what you hear a lot of time people call the, Family Matters,
Mm-hmm.
where they could approach that subject, like Eddie at school, I think would have been interesting, like how does he deal with that? Or like,
Right.
even like you could have even had Urkel involved in a somewhat way to kind of lighten up the episode, but the last season it's almost like just a write-off. They don't even care.
For sure.
There's no character development.
No.
This is
They don't
not,
need
I mean,
to. It's season 9.
compared to all the other ones, this is not a drug episode. This is an
Not
episode
technically.
with drugs.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
A reference more
Right.
so.
There's literally no consequence to
Mhm.
the
Right.
drugs.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
just a plot device.
I thought for sure a great plot would have been Eddie gets offered drugs while his dad's a cop. What the hell? How do you feel
right.
like
Oh
in
my
that
God.
situation? Like,
Right.
I
And
don't-
then Carl finds it on him. He's holding it for
yeah.
somebody.
Why
like
is that?
Right.
Why did that never happen?
Right. Just
Or from what I could tell, it would never happen. I mean,
because we have Steve-O. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay. We need at least 5 more episodes.
like I said, this was a lot of rewrites
Okay.
to get my my weed plot right. I tried
I'm
to go personal experience.
Okay.
But it didn't quite work. So here we go. Mine is Family Matters. Carl is forced to take Geraldo Faldo on a ride-along in his cop car.
Already down. I'm already 100% with you.
Because Geraldo Faldo's doing something for high school, and he needs to do this. So Carl, unfortunately, has to cut the ride-along a little bit short because at one point he is forced to make a simple weed drug bust. Just a simple, quick guy selling weed on the corner. Got to make the drug bust. Geraldo Faldo asks Carl, "What was that all about? Like, what was that?" And Carl says, "Don't worry about it. You're an idiot. I'm not explaining this to you. Fuck you." And when Carl books this guy and brings him into the police station, mistakenly a small bag of weed falls out of this guy's pocket.
Ooh.
And Geraldo Faldo grabs this thing, and he wants to know more about it, but he can't figure out what it is. So he takes it to the smartest man he knows, Steve Urkel. He's like, "You know science. And because science, and I'm an idiot, let's study this in your lab." And Steve is a very sheltered young man, so he doesn't know what it is either. They go to study this in Steve's underground lab or whatever in his house. But unfortunately, Geraldo Faldo, being an idiot, knocks Steve in the back of the head with a microscope, smashing him, along with a bag of weed, into the Stefan Urkel machine.
Okay.
The machine starts going crazy because of this, and out comes a changed man. It's Snoop Dogg. Actual Snoop Dogg comes out.
Oh, he would have been terrifying for the 90s, though.
The 90s Snoop Dogg?
Oh, my God. They did not know how to handle Snoop then.
Right. So 90s Snoop Dogg comes out instead. This is where I lose a little track. He caused a lot of problems for the family. And finally, Laura, because he's still secretly Steve, is in love with Laura. She convinces Snoop, you got to go back in the machine and separate these things and go back to Steve Urkel. So at the end, he goes back in.
I like how Laura also might have fallen in love with Snoop Dogg in my world. I love it.
At the end, she has to make a choice between the three of them: Steve, Stefan, or Snoop Dogg,
or Snoople.
Snoople, a puppet version of Steve.
How can a girl choose?
Do I want brains? Do I want handsome? Do I want Snoop Dogg? Or do I want this sexy puppet?
Sexy puppet.
You're telling me Stevel's not sexy? Get out of here.
Oh, God, you hear that voice? Woo!
He's literally made of wood.
I can't wait to get back to Stevel, too. I can't wait to get there again. All right, so that's my...
Oh, good one.
I love it. That's a good one.
Plot.
Yeah.
All right, the next episode is Perfect Stranger, Season 3, Episode 11, Couch Potato.
Changing the channel because it's easy. On this channel, Arnold Schwarzenegger is blowing up drug dealers. And on this channel, Arnold Schwarzenegger is blowing up soldiers. Oh, there goes my mouth. And on this channel, Arnold Schwarzenegger is blowing up drug-dealing soldiers.
Perfect.
Balky is glued to the TV after cable gets installed.
Mm-hmm.
Is this one of the famous ones, or is this just like a random?
It didn't stick out to me.
Yeah. I can tell you I get offended because I watch these on Hulu. I think it's how you guys watch them too. When it asked me to skip the intro, I'm like, fuck you. I ain't skipping nothing on Perfect Strangers.
Never.
I did that with Dinosaurs too. Kat was like, you
No.
can skip that, right? I'm like, this is a banger. Just wait.
That's a good
Get out.
That's a good theme
Get
song. So we get that beautiful long open, and they go to the Odd Couple. What is it? The Odd Couple performance or whatever.
Right. Yeah, to play.
Yep.
And I recently watched that movie. I've seen it before, but I recently rewatched that movie, and I'm like, that movie is, first of all, crazy fucked up because the one dude's trying to commit suicide.
Right.
It
was funny.
He's trying to
I
kill
think
himself.
suicide was a little funnier back then.
He's trying to kill himself, but also a very good movie. Very, very good
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Underrated.
It's been a long, long time since I've seen it.
It's worth a rewatch. It's very interesting.
I liked the show when I was a kid.
I did too. It was
Yeah.
on reruns on TV Land or whatever that was called. Yeah, I really liked it.
Oh, did you have cable? Oh,
I did.
this is weird because so this episode, the boys get cable, not the hot boys, but just the boys.
Sadly,
they get cable set up in the apartment. I don't think we had this kind of thing, right? We always had cable, right? Am I wrong? Or did you guys have like?
No.
Do you have a memory of cable becoming a thing in your house?
Well, so the answer is yes and no. My dad.
Oh boy. Uh-oh.
I'm almost embarrassed to say this.
Oh no.
No. My dad would get us cable as like a Christmas present.
Okay.
But it was
All
like
right.
it was like a 3-month trial.
Oh.
Because like every year, whoever it was before Time Warner
Yeah.
would call and be like, "Hey, you want to try cable for $10 a month for 3 months?" And he'd be like, "I do
Okay.
for 3 months."
That's it.
So I'm
It's over.
very familiar with cable television from
Right.
December 25th to March 25th.
That's when little Greg got his Perfect Strangers fix.
Yeah.
So-
And then my dad would cancel it. And he did this probably for the first 12 years of my life.
wow.
So in 2021, he's a fucking genius, right?
Yeah.
Because
Right. See,
That's the way
works
TV
better.
works now.
I've been cutting cables since 1984. Yeah. So like I distinctly remember getting cable and not getting cable and back and forth and stuff
Mhm.
like that.
Mm.
And I also think that just this concept of like a TV cable guy was a trope
Yes.
all
right.
through
Yeah,
all
right.
through my TV
had
watching, you
The
know.
movie, The Cable Guy.
Yeah.
For
right.
sure, yeah.
Not that
Stay
far
You
away.
know, like there was
Like, you know-
always that like I'll slip you a 20 if you get me
Right,
the premium
exactly.
channels
Yep.
and all that shit.
Give me the black. I remember one of my friends, my buddy, had a black box.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
how I watched. That's how I watched wrestling for years.
Was
I would
it?
just go over to his house and watch on the black box.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always remember
So-
like I remember always because I actually correlated with wrestling because I always remember watching Superstars of Wrestling, which was on USA
Mhm.
since I was like a really young kid. So I always, at least when I was 5 or 6, we had it, and then from there on in, it was always there.
Yeah.
So maybe
Yeah.
we didn't have it when I was younger, but I don't remember. So.
And that's why I was a WCW fan because
Yeah,
we always
right.
had like
Right.
basic
Superstation,
basic
yeah.
cable.
Yeah.
But TBS was one of them. Thunder was on TBS,
Right,
so I got
right,
the
yeah.
cream of the crop, baby.
You got Thunder. You got that Stevie Ray on Thunder.
Stevie Ray, Duke of Thunder. That's right.
Oh man.
Your 100 Stevie Ray versus Glacier match. How excited!
So Balky says this wire will change our lives. Larry says there's 4 movie channels, an all aerobics channel, an all shopping channel, an all sports channel. We'll never leave the house again, which is kind of works great in 2021.
Yeah, right.
You don't need to leave the house.
I
Just
feel
get
Duffy
you.
was pandemic ready years ago.
Yeah, Larry, I feel like Larry would thrive in the pandemic. We never need to leave. This
Yeah,
is
oh,
great.
yeah.
Balky makes a joke about they changed the channel. He's like, "Is that Michael Jackson or his sister?" And Larry says, "No, that's Diana Ross. What are you doing?"
That's a weird joke.
It is weird. Yeah,
It's
very weird.
awkward. Yeah, because Michael Jackson was. I don't know. How do you describe Michael Jackson in the 90s? I don't know. I was a massive fan of him. I had his tape.
Everyone was.
Oh, God,
Yeah,
yeah.
black and white baby, Macaulay
Thriller.
Culkin, George Wentz,
Yep.
dream come true.
Uh,
Here, Macaulay.
Balky gets the remote. He gets to pick. First, he puts on a Bears game. It's the most exciting Bears game of all time, of
That's a lie.
course. And I was going to say, when's the last time the Bears had an exciting game, except for the one they missed that field goal a few
I
years
think
ago?
probably 87, probably when they were watching it.
The
Yeah.
Super Bowl or the double doinker. Those are the
Yeah.
only two I can think of. So he, of course, changes the channel, and Larry gets furious and says, "What did you change it to?" Well, he changed it to Mr. Ed. Larry looks like he's going to murder him, but then he flips it again to the Brady Bunch, and they both sing the Brady Bunch song together. All night long, Balky watches TV. Larry's been kept awake, comes out, tries to rouse him, and he's very. This is where we get into the weed adjacent, I guess.
Yeah.
Of like he just won't respond when he's trying to wake him up or like get him away from the TV. And then I love this. I absolutely love this. He hip tosses Larry onto the couch,
It's a hell of a hip toss.
swings
Oh,
him
yeah.
onto the couch with one arm, and he's like, "Whoa, where'd you learn to do that?" Well, I watched the All Wrestling channel for hours.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Watching those deep arm drags by Ricky Steamboat.
Yes. Flipping between 4 different movies at the same time. And this is not like abnormal. Like I was doing this shit as a kid, flipping between all
Oh,
kinds of
gotcha.
shit.
Oh yeah.
I was a channel flipper. Now I don't do that. Now with like streaming and everything, you don't do that anymore. But I used to do this all the time. He's been flipping between 4 different Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. The one where he fights the soldiers, the one where he fights the whatever, and the one where he fights this.
It's
Keep 'em all
one's drug dealers,
Yeah.
one's soldiers, and one is soldier drug dealers.
Oh, right. Very
And
good
how
joke.
fortunate would you be back in that day to have 3 Arnold Schwarzenegger movies on at the same time? That's like glorious,
right?
man. I mean,
That's
I
great.
if I had
Fucking perfect storm
Commando
right there.
in,
So good.
Oh my God.
What's
Predator.
your favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie?
Terminator 2.
Awesome. So good.
It's
so
not,
fucking good.
it is coincidentally an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie,
Right.
so I
It
don't
doesn't
Yeah,
really
really
right.
have
Yeah.
anything.
consider it.
I mean, he's the main guy, but yeah,
Right, like it's a perfect
kick-ass
movie, but I
before
don't
that,
think
yeah.
actually Arnold Schwarzenegger really improves that movie. Like if you just transpose The Rock into that, would it be any better or worse? I don't know.
Well, I did a whole episode on my other podcast about transposing the
Plug
rock into things, and most
Plug it,
often he
baby.
makes it better.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Almost
go
every
with
time he makes it better.
I'm going to go with Total Recall. Like, I love Terminator
Oh, that's
2,
a
don't
great
get me
one,
wrong,
too.
but Total
Yeah.
Recall, like, I think he has more to do in Total Recall. The whole,
then-
like, Mars setting that they created
Right.
blows me away every single time. Like, the amount of detail and thought they put into it. Like,
Yeah.
and then I would say probably Predator is the other
Predator.
one in there.
Yeah, that's a great
I
one.
any 3 of those movies could just be it.
Mhm.
Those
and I'm
are
fine.
Those are fantastic. I would say for me, it's True Lies. I absolutely love True
Wow,
Lies.
okay.
I've
I like
never
I
True
seen
love. I love.
Oh,
True
you'd
Lies.
love it. It's very
Yeah.
funny.
It's
it. I've
really
only caught
weird.
bits and pieces of it, and I like what I've seen, but I just never have.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's
It's
out.
the only
It's
it's the only James Cameron movie I haven't seen either.
It's off
Really?
the wall. Oh, it's a James Cameron movie. Oh
Yeah.
shit.
You
I
can
love
tell
it.
because everything looks like it's made of silver.
Yeah. And it's weird
Yeah.
because in that movie, Tom Arnold is in there, and you
Right,
figure
Tom
like that's
is-
horrible. Like
I
that's
love
a horrible.
Tom
He's
Arnold.
good in
No
it.
way, man.
So good.
Tom's
He
great
is
in it.
Love
so
Tom
funny.
Arnold.
Where they
He's
talk about
great
the
in it.
ice cube trays from the freezer gets me every time.
I
And-
actually
Like
saw that
divorce.
clip recently.
Did you? Yeah, I love that joke.
Oddly enough, that is my favorite Super Nintendo game. The over-the-top
Oh, yeah?
True Lies game is what I
Wow.
played the most.
Crazy.
It's one of my favorite
That's-
It's a great Super Nintendo game. It's an over-the-top like GTA kind of
Yep.
game where you shoot, and if you shoot hostages, you die. I used to rent it all the time from the corner store. Just getting True Lies out again. Love
Oh
it.
God, that kid again.
This fucking kid.
Oh, True Lies and
Turtles-
WrestleMania 9.
Turtles 2, WrestleMania 9, and True Lies again, please. The same 3 things. Give me those pixie sticks that are too big. Going crazy. So Larry finally convinces Balky to go to sleep. It's 5 a.m. Later in the week, we see Larry at the Chicago Chronicle covering his friend in the mailroom who apparently went to lunch and never came back. Sort of like he's been high. Lydia, advice columnist, comes down. She's like, I got these. Where's the mail with the letters for my advice column? And Larry gives them to her, and he's like, actually, I have a question. Like, I need some advice. And he asks her the question about, like, so my friend, Balky won't stop watching TV. And she's like, too many people ask me stuff. I'm out of here. She, like,
I like
flips
that.
out.
The advice columnist, like,
Why would
moping
I
out.
have all the answers? That's what she says. New dickhead boss. We've had other
Yeah.
dickhead boss, right? New
Ooh, I-
the
dickhead.
one I remember.
I recognize this one. I don't.
Yeah.
From other things, though, and I couldn't place it. I should have looked it up on IMDb, but I know
think
this
he just
actor.
plays this character in things.
Yes,
Yeah.
right.
I remember, like, I kind of just watch this show sometimes, and not the other shows, but I watch the show sometimes just for fun.
Correct.
And I watched a Christmas episode with him in it, and they like break him down finally.
No,
Like,
yeah.
why he's such an asshole. So maybe someday we'll do that. She's like, Balky has already fucked up the mail 3 times this week. When I see him next, and if he fucks up again, I'm gonna fire his ass. And Larry's like, all right. So finally, Balky shows up. He's got sunglasses on. Another reference, like,
yeah.
This is definitely the biggest indicator
right?
of drug
Yes,
Right.
correlation.
So now he's got sunglasses on. He shows up to work with sunglasses on. He's lost track of time. You know, this dude is smoking. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Harriet's in this one, not in Family Matters. She comes in and says, that boy is a couch potato. And Larry's like, how do I determine that? It's like, well, if he sings the I Dream of Jeannie's theme song, then he is a couch potato. And the next second, of course, he comes in and hums I Dream of Jeannie. The next scene, Balky comes home. He's returning from work quickly to watch TV. He smashes the door open into Larry's face, only to discover they've been robbed. There's no TV anymore. And then they fight about it, and Larry says, look, I took the TV and I put it in a bus storage locker. And I gave the key to Marianne, who's now on a plane to Zurich.
Right. Which it took me a second to remember that they are stewardesses.
Right.
So I was like, well, that's extreme.
She just did that? What?
Yeah, right. I guess
Just has the free time to go to Zerk. So Balky says, Larry says, you have a problem? Balky says, I can stop anytime I want. And then he goes crazy on him, shakes him like, I need the TV. And then says like, no, actually I can stop anytime I want. Don't get crazy. He tells Larry, don't get crazy. It's funny. So Larry's like, look, there's no TV. You're going to be fine. I got to go report on this water department meeting or something for the paper. I'll be back later.
Horrible assignment.
So Larry returns from this terrible meeting and he sees Balky has a new TV, a giant one that he's bought from Big Al's. He's like, I got this from Big Al's. And they fight over the remote, which is very funny. Like turning off, turning on of the remote and turning the TV on at the TV. And then Larry says, oh, look, it's Gumby. And then he steals the remote and holds it hostage out the window and says, look, you're a couch potato. Balky says, ha, 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 couch potato. I'd be offended if I knew what that meant. Which is very funny. Larry tries to reason with him, and then Balky goes into another trance because he's looking out the window across the street into the other apartments, and he thinks he sees a TV. And Larry's like, that's a fucking fish tank. You're crazy. You've gone crazy. And he says, cousin, I want my MTV. So then they fight over the remote, and Larry says, take another step. I'll throw this out the window. And, of course, he takes another step. Wing! Fires that thing out the window, and Balky says, no problem. I'll just use my finger because it's 1980 whatever, so I can use my finger to change the channel. And they fight over his finger as if it's the remote, which is very funny. And then as they're doing this, Larry says, you give me no choice. I'm going to pull this out. I wasn't going to, but when's the last time you wrote a letter to your mother? And he's like, well, yesterday. He's like, when did you write it? And he said, well, when I was watching this movie. And then he says, well, why don't you look at the TV guide? TV guide? When's the last time?
Yeah, seriously. Guide? I guess still in publication, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I remember I was excited when like wrestling was on the front TV guide. I'm like, oh yeah, everyone's gonna watch it now. No, not so.
That's how it works.
Not so. TV guide. Check the TV guide, and then they have like a funny little bit where they actually calm down and like. It was this day.
When was that? Oh, Wednesday. Okay, that's right. Like that was very funny.
And then they go back to fighting, and then he figures out that it was 2 weeks ago that he wrote a letter to his mom, and he said, oh no, I've turned into a Mr. Potato Head. And TV is bad for you, Balky, if you abuse it. Same thing as weed and pot. So they return the TV, and he's like, okay, good. We'll return the TV. Also, can we return the satellite dish I just ordered? It's very funny.
Which, in like 1987, that was like
that would
tens
be baller.
Of thousands of dollars.
Yeah. That's a baller purchase, especially in a new, Chicago apartment.
Seriously.
Yeah, right.
Next day, the boss is checking in on Balky, and he's like, got all his work done. He's done everything. He can't fire him. And he says, I need to leave early. I'm going to a rock concert. He says, well, when you mess up, I'm going to throw a party. And Balky says, great. I'll bring the hats so you can save some money or something like that. You know, the typical Balky positive response to something negative. And they're going to a rock concert. They're going to see Chicago. Not a rock band, right?
Yeah.
Is Chicago a rock band?
Yeah, they're a rock
Folksy
band.
rock.
What?
Are they a rock band? I don't know.
Yeah, they have like the
I never thought of them as like
20,
Chicago
24 or 6 to 5, right? That's them.
I think
it's like one of the best rock songs of all time.
Is it a rock song though? I mean,
what would you call it?
I don't know. I wouldn't. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I wasn't thinking Chicago is rock, like true rock.
Oh, I think they are.
We're gonna go see a band called Pantera.
Yeah, like Rush.
Rush?
They're the same.
No, I mean Rush is prog rock.
Yeah,
like they have a subgenre all to themselves.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think Balky's favorite '80s like hair metal was? Was it Poison?
Oh, wow, no.
It's gotta be
because he doesn't get any of the
softer.
references.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Striper.
Yeah. Right. Striper.
Does it have to be rock, or could it be Hall & Oates? I feel like Hall & Oates is his jam.
For sure.
Yeah.
Man Eater. I could see him singing that.
Do you think he'd be scared by like Kiss's performance or the stage show, or do you think he'd
No,
be
I think you think it's
he
like
would love it.
call them 4 clowns up there
Yeah,
with the
He
fire.
would love it. He would love it.
Oh yeah.
So they do like a whole who's on first thing here at the end, where we're going to see a rock concert. Who is it? Chicago. Oh yeah, we live here. Okay, get it. It's in Chicago. No, the band Chicago, and that whole thing. So that's how it ends.
Yep.
Perfect Strangers.
I felt like this episode had the best drug message, which is funny because it was like the earliest episode out of all of these,
Right.
In terms of like chronologically. But just the whole like, listen, everything in moderation. Like you can do stuff if you like it, but just don't do it to excess. And I feel like it's a great lesson for everything in life, for drugs, food, alcohol,
TV.
Just chill, man.
And it's a
Relax,
good
have fun.
indicator of like the effects it has on your friends.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Like,
Right.
Larry has to cover for his friend,
Mhm.
Right.
who's
Right.
suffering from a problem. He's
Right.
suffering too. Like that's a real thing.
There's also the comment that he makes where he's like, we never do anything anymore.
Yeah.
Like we can't go out and meet anyone or do anything because all you do is sit here.
Yeah.
So, which is
It was
also-
definitely, it's weird, but this was like the most realistic approach to it. And it had nothing to do, they never
They
said
never-
drugs, they never said weed, they never said
but
anything.
it's very close.
Yeah,
It's like,
right.
after like this, especially the sunglasses, like you said, we're really dancing on the edge here.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's too early for a drugs episode, I guess.
I guess
Perfect Strangers.
Yeah, maybe.
you're probably right. Like it was just at the time where you couldn't like just throw it in there or name drop it or say weed or pot or whatever.
Yeah.
So
Right. Okay, Mark, do you want to do your plot right now, or do you want to wait till
yes.
the end?
Okay. All right. So you guys got Full House, Family Matters. So I wanted to pick one that was like very closely associated with TGIF as my setting.
Mhm.
So I picked Teen Angel. Okay. So the classic TGIF show, Teen Angel. Here's how it starts. We're in the science lab again. Okay. Now Steve,
Okay.
who by the way, not Teen Angel.
Not Teen
Steve-
Angel? Okay.
Yeah, he is hitting on this girl. Okay. And this girl is out of his league. Like supreme. We'll say she's played by Ashley Simpson just because whatever. Like it's time appropriate. Okay. So anyway, he's hitting on her and she wants nothing to do with him. But even though she's supremely hot, here's the thing. She wears glasses, so she's a nerd. Okay.
Oh.
That's how we know this. So he has
Yeah.
a chance, but he's striking out. He's talking about like he's trying to impress her with his knowledge about like Pogs and Matchbox 20, and it's not working. She's not interested. So she walks off. Okay, so Marty, who is the Teen Angel, by the way, pops up and goes like, what's up? What's the dealio, brother? And he's like, I was trying to like get with this girl and she wants like nothing to do with me because I'm a big old dum-dum. Like, I'm Leroy, I'm dumb as hell. And he's like, well, Marty says, hold on. I'm your Teen Angel. I can come up with something. Now in heaven, there's a shit ton of scientists, right? Who are really smart and they can come down and tutor you. So you can be just as smart as she is because smart people like each other. Then you have a chance. And he's just like, yeah, all right, cool. So Marty goes to heaven. Strap yourselves in. Marty goes to heaven and he goes behind Rod's back because Rod's
No Rod in this?
no, he goes around it. Rod is there, but he
Oh,
tricks
man.
him or something. So he tricks him with a remote or something. I don't know. So he goes and gets. He needs like a famous scientist. So he finds famed French scientist, biologist, chemist Louis Pasteur. Okay,
Oh.
right now you're thinking to yourself, okay, who's going to play Louis Pasteur? And I think there's only one answer to that, and that's Willie Nelson. So Willie Nelson shows up as Louis Pasteur. And they decide, like, all right, well, I need to get to Earth, but how can I do that? I don't have a body anymore. I'm just a soul. So he inhabits the body of a Bunsen burner, okay, in the science lab, okay? It's now alive with his googly eyes, and he just talks, and, it's Willie Nelson. So the three of them wait for school to close, okay? So they sneak in, right? And, oh, my God, Ryan, Greg, the physical comedy that I have planned for this scene. Your sides, they be splitting. I'm talking about like fart jokes. I'm talking about more fart jokes. Okay. Just back
All
to
the
back to
farts.
back, random fart jokes. Right. They ain't getting anywhere. Okay. So Willie Nelson, the Bunsen burner, goes, listen, guys, we're not focused. We need to just kind of like, we're not getting anything done. Let's relax. Okay. Let's mellow out. Right.
Oh.
Take the edge off. Right.
Oh.
So you know what's happening? They make meth. Okay.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And now the rest of this is pretty much the story of Breaking Bad. Okay, pretty much the entire thing. Yeah, it goes Breaking Bad.
Whoa.
They make a little blue magic, by the way. Right
Whoa,
here.
he's got props and everything.
Just to let you know, that sight gag was planned since this whole thing started. And
wow.
They, and it ends pretty bad. It ends with basically Steven getting killed by the DEA and very bloody shootout. It's a really, really graphic scene.
Even Teen Angel can't help him?
No, Teen Angel can't help him. But Teen Angel, however, is reincarnated as his infant daughter. Steven dies, becomes the new Teen Angel.
Whoa.
Joe can keep going because now that's his Teen Angel
They
again.
switch places?
Right. And
wow.
it's a two-parter. It's a long episode.
A two-parter? It's like a 25-parter. Oh, my God.
There you go.
Breaking Bad.
Yep.
Steve dies. What happens to Willie Nelson?
We don't know. We don't know. He's like, he goes in the Witness Protection Agency.
Wow.
And then he gets a spin-off.
Burner.
He gets a spin-off sitcom.
Oh, right. Oh, Better Call Saul. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really.
Wow.
Perfect.
That's pretty good.
Green light that sucker.
Teen Angel.
Okay.
Teen Angel. I like I had a prop for that. Too.
Yeah.
I feel like they should have made angel dust.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
This is why it has to go through multiple people. See,
This is
Why
why
you got a workshop.
Right.
You need
exactly.
a writer's room, right?
Yeah,
That's
right.
why you need a
the
writer's room.
guts of the episode and the idea are there, and it's good. So, if I was in charge, this would have been still running today.
There you go. Let's reboot Teen Angel together.
Now we're talking. Grittier. HBO 2 coming this summer.
Real DC.
Made by the Euphoria guy.
Oh, sexy Teen Angel. Oh, a lot of sex stuff.
Teen Angel 2, a lot of sex stuff.
Sexy stuff. Teen Angel 2. Oh, no.
Oh,
I like it. A grittier Teen Angel.
very, very gritty.
Selena Gomez plays God.
Who plays Rob? God's cousin.
Yeah, that's right.
Justin Bieber.
Are we ready for the last one, step by step?
Let's do it.
Season 6, episode 4. Just say maybe. Al is tempted to use marijuana when she is at a concert. Carol's married friend flirts with Jean-Luc Reperoux. Here he is again.
Yeah.
Our boy.
When you see a good thing, you got to milk it.
About the kids, I mean, it can't be nearly as wild as Woodstock. I mean, it's not like they're going to go up there and smoke pot and dance on a VW van like you did.
Patty, I think you just committed a 511.
What?
Getting your old friend in trouble in front of her kids.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, you think so?
Okay. Well, I get it. You got a little crazy at Woodstock, so now we can't go to Rock Festival 97. Oh, look, I was young. I only tried it once. It was a very stupid thing to do, and I just don't want the same thing to happen to any of you.
Bronson Pinchot
He
in
is
step by step.
punching every one of the TGIF cards he can get. He
did Clueless. We
He
did
did
that last
Clueless.
one.
Right.
Do you remember anything about John Luke or this happening? Obviously,
Yeah,
we've
I
talked
remember
about
him
it.
being
Yeah,
on the show. I remember him being a hairdresser.
right.
That was about the extent of what I
I didn't
remember.
know that character was like nationally renowned, though. Right? Like we
Oh,
kind of
I
get
didn't
that
know
in
that
this
either.
episode.
Weird. Yeah, right.
Yeah, that he's like very, very famous.
Good thing he landed in Wisconsin.
What a weird place to do hair for
Working out of a
national-
garage.
Yeah.
I don't. Maybe we need to go back and find that episode.
Yeah.
And see what the fuck happened there. We
Maybe
begin
that
with
would be a good topic, like abrupt cast changes.
Yeah. We already did the Harriet one.
right. We got that one down. We begin Carol on the internet yelling at the computer about something on her internet computer.
That's how that works.
Al comes down. She says, her and the older kids are going to Rockfest 97 as long as she.
Rockfest.
By the way,
Stupid. I like that they have to say the whole thing every time, though.
I know, right?
I feel like they knew it was stupid
Yeah,
and they ran
yeah.
with it.
Well, we know that Lenny Kravitz is at Rockfest because he gets mentioned at the end.
We'll get there.
Okay.
I have a little plan for that.
Oh, I love it.
Rockfest 97, every time they said it, I thought of your festival you went to, Greg, where the guy just gave you a bag of weed. Like,
Yeah,
Greg
got
was
him
at
in the vibe.
Rockfest
That's right.
97.
Some skunk weed for you,
Here you
sir.
go. Here's a great.
Just
Here's a
me
bag
and
of weed.
chainsaw and a big bag of weed.
Me and Shane saw it. Rockfest '97. That's all I can think about. She's like, we're gonna go there. What's the worst that could happen? We're gonna sleep in sleeping bags. We're gonna be in crowds of thousands. And Carol says, well, the worst thing that could happen is you're gonna make me a grandmother and I'm gonna have a grandson named Snakebite. There's more to it, but
that's fun.
She like laughs it off, like, ha ha ha, you're never going to this, you fucking dipshit. And Carol's high school friend Patty showing up, and they do like a cheerleading thing.
Yeah.
And the crowd like woos. So I thought like, oh, is Patty someone? Like,
Right.
is she?
I don't think so.
She's not.
Oh, no.
I looked her up. She's not. She's in,
Like, why-
in so much shit, but not as anyone relevant.
Why couldn't you brought the other girl from Three's Company in? Like that would
Right.
have
That's what
that would have been
gotten
a
a woo.
woo-worthy moment.
Yeah.
That's what I thought was happening, but it was just them dancing, I guess. She's married to this guy, Trooper Dave, who's like a real cop dick.
Who's fucking Tackleberry?
He's Tackleberry. Yeah.
Again?
The
Yeah,
same actor.
I
Yes.
looked it up. He's
Yes.
on the show 3 times, plays a different dude each time.
And we've seen 2 out of the
We've
3
seen
already.
2 of them.
I was
Yeah.
going to say, we saw him before, but he wasn't married to this woman,
No.
was he?
No,
was a
he's
totally-
married to a different
Yeah,
person.
right.
What?
Because at the time when I saw him, I'm like, well, wait a minute. Is
Right.
his son still after Al, right?
I'm
Was
like,
it Al?
oh,
Yeah.
this is where they come from, California, I
Right.
guess. It's the
No.
first time we see him.
But no.
Different cop.
completely different.
Right. Totally
cop
different
in the other one?
character.
No, I don't think he's a cop.
I don't think so.
All right, well,
He's
he's,
just
a cop.
Tackleberry.
No, he was a cop, because then we talk about how he was a cop.
But that was in Police Academy. That's the whole reason we call him Tackleberry. So,
Right, but I thought he played a cop last time. Whatever. He's
Who
a
knows?
cop.
I don't know,
Whatever.
but still
Insane.
weird. It's
Yeah.
weird that they use the same actor to play 3 different
3
dudes.
separate times.
it's also, like I said, weird that we've only seen like 4 step-by-step episodes, and 2 out of the
been
4
in
have
2
this
of
Two
them.
guy in it.
Tackleberries.
Yeah, right.
So weird.
Get our Tackleberry punch card. One more. We get a free Tackleberry.
He's
Uh,
dead.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he is?
Yep. Apparently, all of the Police Academy cast showed up to his funeral, though. So I guess he was beloved.
What the fuck?
Wow. Even
All the kids
Gutenberg?
come.
Do you really want Michael Winslow
Dude.
showing up to your fucking funeral?
Goot. It's funny because my kid is super into the Big Green right now,
Mm-hmm.
and Goot is in that.
Hell yeah. he
Oh,
is.
the Goot. He's in there.
Well,
doing
good for
stuff.
him. I mean,
That was a long time ago, obviously. He was in something recently, wasn't he?
He was,
I
yeah.
really liked, there was a show, Party Down.
Yeah,
love
he's a
Party
great
Down.
episode of Party Down.
He is a great episode.
He's
I love
he's
Party
apparently
Down.
friends with Rob Thomas, the guy who makes it, because he's in like a whole season of Veronica Mars too.
I liked
Wow.
Veronica Mars too.
Oh, I love
Okay.
Veronica Mars.
I loved it. I thought it was
My-
the original series. I loved.
My screen name on Facebook and Twitter is both Dick Casablancas.
That's right. All right, so the older kids come through and they're all pissed off. They can't go to the concert. Rockfest '97. Every time it's funny. They can't go to this thing. And Patty's there and she's like trying to introduce herself. And they're like, fuck you, lady. We're out of here. We're going to see this movie where nothing wrong could happen.
I've been introduced to my parents' friends at that age, and that was my reaction. I was
Yeah,
like, eh,
like-
like that
yeah.
half smile. You're
I
like,
don't give a shit.
right.
Patty spilled the beans after they complain, and Carol says, like, they want to go to this concert. They're crazy. And she's like, well, you and I went to Woodstock and you got high and you danced on top of a VW bus or whatever.
If I was a parent
Oh my
and
God.
some lady
Christ.
showed up at my fucking door after not seeing her for 18 years and
Yeah.
just starts saying
Dropping
all my
secrets?
dirty secrets to my kids,
Oh my
dropping
god.
some
I
secrets
would
right now?
have killed her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
I would've killed
God.
her. It's like, who the fuck do you think you are? Get out of here, Tackleberry. Your stupid wife with you.
I'm back
Come back
with a
in another
different wife.
episode. Yeah.
Just knock on my door. First sin.
How dare
Who
you?
the fuck knocks on a door anymore?
Yeah. Right.
Oh,
Walk
second.
in.
What are you talking about? Keep
This-
your trap
this-
shut.
This whole storyline never happens in 2021 because you see that
No.
fucking nest front door and you're like,
Oh,
I don't know what the
gotcha.
fuck that is. I'm not answering.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who the fuck is that? Is that bitch 18 years ago? Ew.
What's
No.
that?
Text me.
So I like that Carol smoked weed though. I thought that was good.
Yeah.
Like she went to Woodstock and smoked some weed. Sort of. Right. She kind of tries to downplay it. The kids are like, you went to fucking Woodstock and you won't go let us go to this show? And you
Rockfest
smoked
97.
Rockfest 97.
and you smoked weed at it too? And you're giving us shit? Like, we're not going to do that. We're just going to the show. So finally, Frank is like, just let him go. Let's get him out of here so we can.
Right. Frank always thinking a couple steps ahead. I like that.
He knows what's happening. He knows what's happening.
If he gets them out of the house, Brandon just lives in the basement, and Mark's going to play video games. Apparently, he's obsessed with video games.
Yeah. Right. So we don't need to worry about Mark. We got a potential going on here. We got a new babe coming in.
Probably sure Cody's dead at this point. I don't know.
Cody's gone.
Haven't seen him in the driveway in a while.
Cody's gone on wherever he went. They get to go. John Luke Reperu. We see him for the first time. Bronson Pinchot is this character. Shows up, and Dave Trooper Tackleberry says, like, let's go check out my cool squad car and arrest people?
Yeah.
Let's bust some heads. Like, come on in.
Well, like, it was like at the kitchen table, it was Frank, Tackleberry, Brandon, and Mark.
Yeah.
And Brandon has, once again, no line.
No line.
This is the last season or second to last, and they just, they have written him off.
John Luke is cooking he's a great cook as well.
Sensually cooking.
He's cooking snails, and he named them all. So we get the kind of Balky kind of jokes. Like,
yes, you're right.
Yes. Stinky, Slimy, and this one's called Bob Dole, which I laughed at. A lot of presidential jokes.
Got a good joke out of that.
Yeah, presidential jokes in this one. Patty is all about John Luke, so she starts flirting with him, and he's into it. He's like, okay, well, let's do this. Let's do this. She suddenly reveals that she's married, and her husband's kind of boring. He's like, whoa, husband, what the fuck? And she says, you're so much funnier than my husband, but I like this little subtle thing where he's skinning the carrots. He's like taking the skin off the carrots, and he's like, whoa.
Very funny.
Nicked a carrot real quick. So she goes like full on after John Luke. She wants a piece of this Frenchman, and he's backing off. Eventually, he steps on a snail. He steps on and kills Bob Dole. So Bob Dole's dead. The snail, and he runs away. Mm-hmm. He runs away. So now we finally get Rockfest 97.
Yeah.
So this is where I put who do you think would play Rockfest 97?
Ooh, that's a good one.
We already have Lenny Kravitz. You mentioned Matchbox 20. Matchbox 20.
Yeah, actually, I'm yeah, okay.
Yeah, Lenny Kravitz puts it in a weird spot because to me, Rockfest 97 is like Limp Bizkit.
You think so? Yeah.
Yeah, but
you're going full rock,
but not with Lenny Kravitz.
I feel like that's too extreme for this family.
Right? Are we talking? Are we Jim blossoming?
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's closer. Yeah, maybe like the edgiest is like Third Eye Blind. That's like that's the hardest they'll go.
Oh yeah, Third Eye Blind definitely in there. Oh, for sure. And the Goo Goo Dolls, they would be there. No doubt.
Yeah, Goo Goo Dolls makes.
There's
a lot
hockey
of sense.
in that area. They'll be at home. They'll feel comfortable. So
a lot of Goo Goo Dolls in there. Yeah, go ahead.
No, but so if somebody gave me a ticket to that, I would go. If I wouldn't pay for it, but that's fine. I want to see Goo Goo Dolls try.
Isn't that exactly what that tour was? That those people we just named are all touring now together. I think, and it's like
really? Wow.
it's like the Boys of Summer tour or something.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's funny because when I worked at the radio station, we always did a Goo Goo Dolls specific concert. Like the Goo Goo Dolls are coming us back. And one of my coworkers and I a few months ago were joking about this. So like the Johnny, what's his name? Johnny Resnick.
Johnny Resnick, yeah.
It was the every other year Johnny. That's what we called it. Because he would come in for an interview, and one year he'd be like the greatest guy. So thankful that they're like still working and like answer any question. Then the next year, him and the bassist would come in, and he would say nothing. He'd have his hood up, his sunglasses on, and the bassist would do all the work and be like, yeah, we're really excited, right, Johnny? And be like, yeah. That'll be it. That's all we get out of Johnny when we interview him. Wow. Every other year, Johnny. The wedding I went to, I spent the entire wedding trying to put together the worst music festival of all time.
Oh, I love it.
With some of the people at the table, like, what's the worst music festival you could put together? And they were it was, of course, headlined by Nickelback.
Okay, yep.
Of course. Who are great guys, by the way. I met Nickelback once. Backstage, it's back, and they were very, very nice. But
I've seen several Nickelback concerts.
Terrible.
You think?
Songs.
I thought they put on a good show for whatever.
Sure, they play hard.
Their songs are bad, but their concerts are entertaining.
Yeah, right.
I go into all of them for free. By the way,
I did too, obviously. Yeah.
That's important to note. I really do feel like
because
that's important.
working at music stores, we literally could not give Nickelback tickets away. So
Sure.
it's just like, well, we have 12 of them left. Who wants to go? It's like,
Hey, listen, for free,
Fuck
I would
it.
go. I would go
Right.
any place if the tickets were free. Like really,
Right,
as long as my
absolutely.
friends were going, that's fine. Like just the
Right.
experience alone, you know. I feel like Creed would be somewhere on that opening
Oh,
band.
they
for-
were in there.
Okay,
Creed.
yeah.
Oh my god.
that's
I did-
another band that puts on a great show.
I did
Sorry.
a Creed. I did a
Creed?
Creed SPAC show one time.
Oh, for sure. Me too.
Oh my god, 6 Free from the Edge. I was.
Yeah.
When I was at Siena, they had it was the summer concert series or spring concert, whatever they did, and I remember it was the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
Oh yeah.
The Voodoo Glow Skulls were their openers.
Fuck yeah.
Oh,
Voodoo Glow
shit.
Skulls played for over 90 minutes, and it was awesome. Like
And
it
also
was,
played
Yes.
90 songs during
Yeah,
that 90
it was-
minutes.
Yeah,
I
every
listened
song
to
was 1
phenomenal.
minute.
They were so on fire. I just remember the Boss Tones got on and played for 14 minutes and then left, and people were so pissed.
Oh my
But at the plus side,
God.
like, I didn't really feel like I was gypped because like the Voodoo Glow Skulls were so goddamn good. But I've never seen an opening band play for less than 15 minutes
Yeah.
and get the fuck out of there.
I've seen the Boss Tones a few times, and they're always disappointing.
Really interesting.
Yeah. At their absolute best, they are a medium rock band live.
Yeah.
And that's at their
Wow.
best. Now, I've
That's
seen the
crazy.
Voodoo Glow Skulls probably 12 times.
Yeah.
Mm.
Every one a banger.
It was
They're
just it blew
awesome.
me away. They were just so damn good. It's no Turbo Negro.
What's your
No.
what's your worst? What's the worst concert you ever been to?
Oh, I know this hands
Definitely
down.
wasn't Turbo Negro.
So-
that was the best.
No, Turbo Negro was great. I have two answers to this. I have a
Okay.
recent one and a classic one.
Oh,
Okay.
My recent one was Maroon 5,
Oh, okay.
who I already don't have any affection towards, but my
Yeah.
girlfriend at the time wanted to go. So I was like, oh, fuck it. I've been to probably 1,000 concerts in my life, and I've been surprised, so you never know.
Sure, they could be all right.
They were so emotionless.
Mhm.
It was, I mean,
Oh.
I'm not even kidding. If Adam, Levine? Not Adam Levine.
Levine.
If Adam Levine walked up and like to a cassette player and was like, and then walked
Just
off stage,
clicked on.
it would have possibly been a better concert experience. It was just like he couldn't give a shit. The band barely existed.
Yeah.
All their songs are medium. It was just, I mean, I think we left probably 12 songs in. I was just like, I can't handle this.
Yeah.
Worst concert I ever saw was Evanescence.
Yeah. When was that? What year was that? Do you know?
Mm.
It was channel the 103.1's.
Okay.
Yep.
What I want to say, Rock
Big-
the Bells. It's not
Big-
Rock the
no,
Bells.
it's Big Day Out. Because
Oh,
I worked.
right,
I
right.
worked that show
Yeah.
for years. Big Day Out.
It was Big Day
Godsmack.
Out,
I did all
and-
the Godsmacks.
And Evanescence was there, and so I want to say 2003, 2004 in there. Evanescence already probably the worst band of all time.
Not great.
Live, so much worse.
Really?
And
Wow.
yes, and I'm not even exaggerating this at all. The entire like performance by Amy, what's her face?
Yes.
She would stand up, go to the microphone, take the microphone out, sing, fall back into a chair.
What the fuck?
They had
And she probably but it was a folding chair.
Huh?
And she probably did this for the 9 songs they played, and then they were like, all right, Stained is next.
Fuck.
Really,
Stained.
to really get you excited.
Yeah, to really get you pumped up.
Yeah.
Mark, what do you got
So
for worst concert ever?
The first concert I ever went to was like an all day. It was Ozfest. It was an all day, one of those things. And at noon, Tommy Lee and his band, whatever it was at the time, showed up. And he was such a dick on the mic.
He's an asshole.
Like, to like people who are like watching him, all 10 people who were around him. And like, he was on the main stage, so you could really go off and do something. But he played for like an hour, and he had a laser show at fucking noon. So it was just, you couldn't see anything. Like, and he was getting mad that nobody was responding. It was like getting very, very adversarial. And it just like ruined, like, I was like getting lunch. I'm like, this sucks. I was
hate
stuck
this.
there watching it. And I'm just mad because the music sucks and he's getting pissy and I can't, just bad, just real
That's very
bad.
funny.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. One more band that just generally sucks, and I've seen them a bunch.
Do it.
Is 311.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Those guys
Oh,
are fucking terrible live.
I feel
Terrible.
like Ryan's going to disagree with you.
You're hurting me. You're hurting me so much because.
Are you being serious?
Okay, I haven't seen them live.
They're terrible
But
live.
I haven't
And
seen them live.
I don't
but
dislike 311.
I am obsessed. We just Nation of Conversation just hit episode 311. So one day I was like, "Oh, episode 311. Let me put on 311 for the song at the end or whatever bullshit." And I'm like, I fucking love these songs. They're so stupid. They're so stupid, but they make me feel good. So I have not stopped. I've listened to 311 every day.
Just doing that right before I recorded.
Every single day while I'm working at home. I'm like, oh,
Wow.
give me some Come Original.
Yeah.
They're so stupid, but I love it. I love it so much.
I like 311 well
Sorry.
enough. I have certain nostalgia for them, but like,
Sure,
I think I've
that
seen them
one
probably
record was
3
amazing.
times.
Nostalgia is the
Every
right word.
single fucking time, they're just terrible. The problem is that rapper and the singer, they just don't sound right without some sort of effect on them.
The production,
Right. Whatever echo effect that
Yeah.
they put on the actual album is not
my
That's
God.
interesting.
is not replicated live.
So
and
funny
it's
you say that.
bad.
It's so funny you say that because I listen to it every day now. I'm like, oh yeah, give me some of that amber energy. It's not good. I can admit it's not good, but I love it. All right, I have I've seen many a terrible shit for work, so I'm not I'm gonna put that in another category. Like I've seen Kiss, I've seen Creed, all that kind of shit that absolutely suck. Motley Crue, some of that stuff. Bad. But the worst concert I ever saw was Real Big Fish.
Okay.
No way.
Okay. I love Real Big Fish. So I told everybody in my college dorm or whatever, let's go see Real Big Fish. There's literally in walking distance. Let's go see it.
Of course.
And the side guy, Scott, had a side project. I forget what the name of it was. It was really good. It was like Scott is Dead or something like that. It was the name of the band. And he had a great album. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but it was a really good album. So he opened, and then it was going to be Real Big Fish. So I was like, this is fucking great. So Real Big Fish comes out, and they start doing the whole thing. And the main dude, I forget his name. So he comes out, and he's drunk, and he has a bottle of Jack Daniels, and it's right before the 3rd or 4th album he had been writing. So he was like I guess he wrote like a whole thing about it on a blog. He comes out with a giant bottle of Jack Daniels. He sings 3 songs badly, smashes the bottle on the stage, and leaves. He's out. He's gone. And Scott, the other, like the backup singer guy, he's standing there and he's like, sorry, guys. Had no idea this was going on, obviously, because I just opened for us. No clue what was happening in the back. This guy, he's got some problems. We're going to leave. Goodbye.
Oh
and
my God.
they're done. That was it.
That's crazy.
Holy shit, that sucks.
And the show ended.
Oh no.
And the lights came on, everything. That was it. And then like a few days later, this is back when like website blogs was the thing. He wrote in there like, sorry, had a bad night on heroin or something like that, and overdid it. And the new album is giving me too much stress, and I feel really bad. We're going to come back someday. They never did. It was the worst concert ever.
A shame.
And everyone there, and I had seen them like 5 times. I had interviewed them, not at Northern Lights, but the other place that burned down,
Saratoga Winners,
which was my favorite place ever.
Oh,
it was
great.
literally around the corner from my house.
What a wonderful Death Trap Winners was.
Awful place, which literally was
we joked for years that it was going to burn down.
Yeah.
And then it burned down.
Yes.
By arson, but still happened.
Right. So I remember interviewing them in their bus before the show for somebody's website or something. And they were talking about like, is this place going to collapse on us? Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yes.
Yes.
Very likely.
Anyway, I loved all of them, and I've seen them multiple times, and then this show happened.
I'm glad you had good experiences, because I've seen Real Big Fish probably 12.
They're so
maybe
great.
even 15 times. And they're all like top teners for me.
So good show.
Wow.
I saw
my favorite show of all time was Real Big Fish and the Aquabats at the 930 Club in Washington, D.C.
Oh, that's
one
awesome.
of the best venues I've ever been to. My 2 favorite bands of all time.
I love the Aquabats, so that's great.
Oh, my God. Perfect.
So,
You would put that above Turbo Negro.
I would. I'm sorry,
my
Mark.
God. How dare you, sir?
Yeah, and Streetlight Manifesto opened for him. It was a
Oh,
perfect
wow.
concert.
Very
It was
good.
quite
Yeah, that is
literally the
great.
perfect
Very, very
concert
good.
at the
Yeah.
perfect venue.
I saw them years later. I saw Real Big Fish years later. As like an older man.
Mm-hmm.
And it was them and Les and Jake, who I also very much enjoy.
Yeah, right.
And Les and Jake had, which is great. What a great thing for being like an old band. They had a spin wheel behind them. It was at Northern Lights. A spin the wheel, play a song. So I'd be like, all right, we're Les and Jake. Here's the wheel. Boom. Spin it. Song will come up. We'll play it.
Oh,
I was
love
at that concert.
25
Oh,
songs
right.
on there. And they're like,
could have been.
if your
rubbing
song is on
elbows.
there, we're playing it. If it's not, we're not playing it.
I
And
want
that
to see
was it.
like the Spin Doctors do it. It's just like 2 songs, just split right down
And
the
it's
middle.
again, it's just every single
Looks
one
like
is the
it's
same
2
thing.
princes again, guys.
Yeah. 2 princes. It's 2 princes.
Here we go.
2 princes. Rockfest 97. JT and Rich decide they're going to be roadies and try to sneak backstage so they can get off screen for this thing.
Rich,
My
by the
turn-
way, are we going to talk about that's Zachary Binks from Hocus Pocus? That's like
yeah,
the fucking dude. He's voiceover actor extraordinaire.
Yeah.
Was in Skyrim.
he's actually good in the show too. I feel like
Yeah.
Rich is a good character at the end.
The minute I heard him, I felt like I was in Whiterun. I was like, "What the hell?" Like,
He dates Dana. That's his character. I think he gets married to her. I want to
Oh, yeah?
say he's a good character in this. I think he's also in Full House as like the rich guy. Is that right?
really? I don't know.
Like the
I recognize
rich-
the voice, obviously, because he's
Yeah,
like in everything.
I think he's in a lot of things
yeah.
in TGIF. Anyway, so they sneak backstage. Al meets up with her friend Will, who says, come hang out in my uncle's van and let's smoke some weed, which is also like kind of accurate. Like,
yeah,
okay.
right. Especially at a rock concert. Very
Yeah.
accurate.
So Al says, like, I'm going to smoke weed to her sisters. And they're like, why? She's like, well, the president did it. That's her excuse. The president did it. Why can't I? And they say the president didn't inhale. And she says, yeah, fucking right. Basically, like, he's full of shit. What a crock of shit. Like, think about that whole thing. The Bill Clinton, I didn't inhale. What a time.
So weirdly dated. Like we were
Isn't
just talking
that
about at the beginning of
weird?
the show, you know?
What a weird thing
Like, who
to say.
cares? Like out of a lot of stuff that he did, who gives a shit? You know, in this
True.
day and age.
Right.
So
yeah. Very bizarre. Like
Yeah.
that whole excuse.
we were so innocent back then, weren't we?
Karen says pot is bad for beauty, so you shouldn't do it. Dana says this is the ultimate, like, what the fuck? Dana says her friend was going to go to law school, tried pot one time, began selling it, got arrested, and his whole life was ruined. One time.
Was his name
What?
Corey by any chance? Or
Corey-
Sean, maybe?
Sean, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, one time he's out. Al says, butt out of my life, you guys. Back home, John Luke cooks, Patty creeps, and Dave is right there. She just creeps right on Dave, on John Luke. Dave doesn't even give a shit.
She goes right for the junk. I mean, that
She
ain't
does.
trying to hide that.
John Luke, she goes for John Luke's creme brulees, and he ended up burning his creme brulees. And then she chases him out into the living room, and he finally says, like, we need to have a talk. And he sits her down, and she's like, you love your husband. You don't need me. You're just mad at him. And she's like, yeah, sure. I guess you're right. So he goes back in and says, Dave, like, you got a 10-4 in the living room or whatever. Like, and so he leaves, Tackleberry leaves to take care of Patty. He tells Frank and Carol, like, she's been hitting on me, trying to get in my pants this whole time, you guys. And they don't even respond. Frank's just like, great meal. Nice mushrooms.
Yeah, right.
And he's like, those are snails. And Frank spits them all out.
Listen, Frank is a smart man. These are situations you don't involve yourself
Right.
in. Just
Yep.
let it happen.
Yeah.
You don't
I'm
need
not
to be
getting involved.
Yeah, right.
Nope. Al goes into Will's uncle's fan. His name is Uncle Buzz, of course. Of course. And he says Rockfest 72 is way better than this. I can imagine so. The 70s had great rock bands. The 90s did not. I'm sure it was way better. He doesn't know how old he is. He doesn't know if his limbs work. He has some weird jokes about his hands being backwards and his legs being paralyzed, but it's someone else's legs.
Bro, you've been smoking for like 30
Right.
years.
I thought those jokes were funny, but like this is like
Sure.
LSD, not
Yeah,
weed.
right.
Right.
You know,
right,
like
right.
you cocked your drugs up, dude.
Yeah, so this leads me to, like, it's hard because like I feel like a drunk story is fun and like, oh, this was crazy, but a weed story is there's
not a single good weed story.
They're always like dumb, like
you just hanging out.
I sat
watch
in the
a
basement,
movie,
watched boxing. Yeah.
Uncle Buzz tells some stories. They're dumb. He says he's paralyzed. It's someone else's leg, and he creeps out Alan Will so much they're like, this guy's a fucking loser. We're out of here. We're not smoking any weed. Both of them say they're not smoking any weed. They're out.
Yeah.
They're out of there.
Good on them, I guess. Don't go
I'm
to
about to say, I wouldn't want to smoke with him. So that's fine.
He was really weird.
Like,
so
grab some smoke with each other. That seems much more fun. So
I think Al was trying to like, she was into Will.
Yes.
Right. That's why she said she wanted to do it.
Of course.
Al comes back to the campsite. Dana's like, she's like, I didn't smoke. She's like, yeah. Okay. I'm not your mother or anything. I don't care. And then she like pulls out a flashlight to check her eyes.
I kind of like that.
Yeah. That was funny. And then the best part of the whole episode is amazing. Unbelievable. This is why I put it last.
I almost texted you guys when I finished.
This is why I put it last.
I cannot believe this ending.
I cannot believe the ending. We see, because earlier in the episode, what's her name? I forget. The friend is like, maybe I could do like a sexy burglary thing and my husband would be into it. So we see a burglar inside the Lambert house trying to steal stuff, but not really trying to steal stuff, just being weird.
Yeah.
In a cat suit or whatever, like trying to pretend to steal stuff. And then the door flings open and like light and smoke machines come through and it's a cop. And he's like, oh, what are you doing? And they wrestle.
Yeah.
And then the lights come on, and we see it's Frank and Carol doing some weird sex stuff at the end. And it's amazing.
So good.
Have you ever wished so hard for something that it became true?
I know, right? I love how consistent those characters are throughout this.
Yes.
Like, we've watched episode 1. We've seen the first episode of Step by Step.
They're hot for each other.
Exactly the same as they are in, like, the last season. It is phenomenal how they kept it going.
And
I love it. I love it.
The line by Carol is so funny where she's like, we've already done it 3 times. Like,
you're so weird or something.
What the hell are you doing? And he's like, oh, just one more time. Just one more time.
Good
what
for them.
the hell is happening?
Sex life is still incredibly healthy.
Even in season 6, they're still going for it.
Right. I love that. That was great.
Oh, it was so funny. What a funny way to
my
end.
favorite couple out of all these, out of everything we've done. I love them.
They seem like a relatively healthy couple, too.
Yeah.
Like, they bicker and stuff, but all couples do.
Right.
It all ends in sex.
Yep.
Well, it helps, you know?
Everything. It doesn't even matter what the episode was about. If they had a fight, if they went to the grocery store, it's going to end in sex.
What a way to live.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish that was a trope that was real, like makeup sex.
Yeah.
Like, I've experienced it a few times, but certainly not
It's
to
not
the
real
degree,
in real life, right?
Right. Not to the degree that, like,
no,
these sitcoms, like,
The degree in
anger
volume.
lingers like a fight. Like,
Yeah,
we're cool
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Like, let's go about our business. But, like,
right.
In the back of my head, it's still there. You know, it's.
oh, no. Every single fight, I'm like, maybe this is
It
the
could. anything could happen. Or probably not. Or definitely not.
Yeah, right.
What an amazing close.
I like this episode. This was good. This
was like a very fine episode.
Yeah, you know what?
There were some good jokes, I guess. And I don't know.
am a huge fan of Al. Like, any Al-centric episode is like, it immediately gets my attention. And she was great in this. She was very, very funny.
Totally.
You know,
she's incredible.
Also, the other sister, who I still don't bother to learn her name,
Karen.
fashion. Yeah, Karen. Has not changed in 6 years. But for the worst. Like, she's still exactly the same.
But I will say that I really appreciated her joke about weed being bad for your skin or hair or whatever it is, because that makes total character sense.
Yeah,
why she wouldn't do it.
That's the only reason she's not doing it.
Right. And I think that's spot on.
Mm-hmm.
Right. All right, it's time to rank them. We're here. It's time to rank them. Your top 5 drug TGIF episodes. The one's alcohol.
Get my meth ready here. Hold on.
Oh, yeah. Get that ready. What you got for number 5? I think we're going to sweep it. Minus Family Matters.
Family Matters.
No.
Wow.
Sorry. Boy Meets World.
Oh.
I think that was just a shit episode. I think it was I think the whole episode was poorly written. I thought it was rushed. I thought the moral was stupid. I thought the implication of the booze and how it affects people was stupid. Oh, Mike's spitting out his mouth. Mark spitting out his mouth.
Mouth. It is gross.
This is why they smoke it.
Unless they just eating a bat.
You don't eat it.
I have a problem.
Yeah, just like,
a warped sense of alcohol.
The film critic in me is just thought this was a terribly constructed episode, and wasn't funny and bad and all that stuff. So Boy Meets World was number 5
for sure. Badly played.
Family Matters was number 4,
and that's the exact reverse for me. I'm going to put Boy Meets World at number 4. Just did not. You're right. It was so unrealistic on every single level. The characters acted different. The dad, I still can't get over him freaking out. Like it was just was not in character with how that guy, who's usually very mellow, goes with the flow, just turned.
My original, I think you're right. I think I have to switch this. My original thought was Step by Step because I thought it was too preachy and dumb. Of like, he smoked weed once and was going to get into law school, but now he's in jail, baby,
selling drugs.
I just think that one line screwed it up for me. But I get fine. I'll stick with it. Step by Step 4.
There you go.
Fun episode, dumb line. Didn't like it.
I think my 3 would be Step by Step.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, though, this is what I expected.
Yeah,
I thought all 5 episodes were going to be this step-by-step episode.
Right.
Like, drugs are bad. Don't do them. I'm good. I'm tempted by drugs, but I didn't take it. I mean, that's what I wrote in my Full House episode.
Right.
Like, I literally thought it was just going to be like the good girl, even though I was not really the good girl, but the good kid is tempted by drugs with peer pressure and chooses not to do it. So,
which is what happened.
I have to put this in the middle. Medium jokes, medium plot. Love Frank and Carol.
Right.
Extra bulky.
That's good.
That's always going to bump it up a little bit.
Yeah,
I would say so too. I put this right in the middle. It's like I said, I like the characters and I like the actors and actresses who play these characters. I thought there was meat on the bone there, which was cool. Like I like the rock fed, taking them out of the house, bringing them someplace else. I appreciated. Very one-dimensional side characters though, like Uncle Buzz was just I love and especially in this era, every stoner is a hippie, every single one. That's the only way you could get away with it, I think, is making them all like the Woodstock 70s hippie.
That's the only thing the boomers wouldn't be upset about.
You got
stereotypical.
Right. So, very one-dimensional in that case. It wasn't a bad episode, but nothing I'd probably really want to go out of my way to watch again.
That's why it was okay for Carol to have tried pot in the 70s, but not for Al to try pot in the 90s, because boomers can never remember that they were kids.
It's different. It's different, guys.
Yeah, the weed's different now.
Different. It's better now.
Very strong. I put Boy Meets World there at 3. The only thing I liked was the bros hanging out, like Corey and Sean. Hanging out and being bros.
The first half of that episode I thought was fine. I would just wish they had dwelled on it. Like I said, I think as a 2-parter, that episode could have been great.
I think you're right. It probably should be 4, but I put it 3, so I'm going to stick. What you got for 2?
Dinosaurs.
Ooh. Oh.
But this is tight.
I was going to say,
this is easily the tightest.
Close race.
I was thoroughly impressed by this episode of Dinosaurs. I thought it was the best, if not one of the best. I thought it was a fun representation of drugs. I thought the swerve at the end was funny. The fourth wall breaking was all very, very funny. But I'll explain in a minute why I liked Perfect Strangers a little bit better.
Okay.
Number 2, Dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Shit.
Are you serious?
I'll touch on this probably once again when we get to the first one, but I kind of touched on it earlier too. This was fantastic. I love Dinosaurs, and Richfield was, out of all the stuff we've seen, my favorite thing out of these 5 episodes. Richfield High was very, very funny to me. Sherman Hemsley just spitting out all these great one-liners. Hysterical. I like the one dinosaur who was paranoid and thinking
very much so. I actually wrote that down. That paranoid dinosaur. Y'all talking about me?
Yeah, I'm saying even in a trailer where you think the joke's over, he comes in one more time for a joke. That was great. Really well written. But if we're gonna take it in the arc of drug episodes, I feel like the message of this one isn't as strong as the Perfect Strangers message, which is why it goes to number 2. I do love it. It's great. And any other ranking would probably be number 1, but it's number 2 here.
Okay, I'm the reverse. I have Perfect Strangers 2, Dinosaurs 1. I just thought Dinosaurs nailed it. Yeah. Just absolutely nailed it.
It was great. It was a great
and
episode.
I love the Perfect Strangers episode, but I thought, it's just a little bit less, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
why
did you guys
obviously I like Perfect Strangers the most because it's just my show. But
sure.
I legitimately laughed at that episode the most. But the two things that I think drove this to me, number one, and is like, Ryan, you give these really good recaps of these shows, but what your recaps seem to miss is the unbelievable physical humor of Perfect Strangers.
Sure, yeah, it's hard to
like you mentioned the suplex, but just the way those two characters interact with each other, like when they get into their little slap fights and when they start fighting over his finger, this is like this is transcendent physical humor to me.
Right.
Unfortunately, just saying what happens doesn't really explain how perfect those two are together.
Very good point.
And this was a great episode for that, as they all are. And then going back to what Mark had stated a minute ago, I think, again, this had the fact that this showed the ramifications of drug addiction on other people
100%
was important.
Right.
And just to watch Balky's, and I mean, I might be giving a little too much information away here, but like, I did a lot of drugs.
Yep.
And like this happens, like you call into work once and it's like not that big a deal. And then you call out of work 2 times and it's not that big a deal. And then all of a sudden you're missing a bunch of days of work and like your grades start dropping and all this stuff. The person doing the drugs don't realize this is happening. So to actually show that Larry had to go to work for Balky and work twice as hard for Balky and all this stuff, the fact that he is ignoring his family, his mom is the most important thing to him. And he's just like, it means something. And all these other things are just either nothing episodes or bullshit propaganda episodes.
Right. And we see the consequences here.
And now he's spending money on more television. His little television is gone. And now he has to buy more television.
He works in the mailroom. He doesn't make that much, and now he's spending on more TV.
He bought a satellite at the end too, which was a great joke. But like you said, falls in line with what we're talking about here.
Right. So like when it really comes down to it, not only do I just love Perfect Strangers, but I thought this was the only drug episode we watched that actually had an impact.
And to kind of build on that, I think what impressed me the most was they did it without mentioning drugs. Like, it was not like it was so well written where you got it. Like, I could watch this and totally get what they were talking about. Maybe not at the time because I was young, but as an adult, I can see this. And I'm like, this was some great writing. Like, to actually weave everything in here, but not, and make it subtle, but not subtle, like clear what it's talking about. I was just very impressed by that. Greg's right. The physical comedy was great. Like with them fighting over the remote out of the, outside the window, and then like the noise of it clanking down the stairs, I thought was very funny. Just really, really well done. I like the message, like I talked about earlier, about just having this, you can do things, but it has to be in moderation. You have self-control needs to be the most important thing in your life, no matter what it is. You need to control yourself. And if you can control yourself, you can enjoy these little things, which I think is a great message. So I really appreciate them coming forward with that, which once again, 1987, you weren't getting this. Right. You were getting like, don't do cocaine in the bathroom with those hot chicks, or like, don't smoke weed. It'll make you,
you'll turn into Uncle Buzz.
Yeah, right. So I like that it was just like a very realistic approach to it. So without even saying it, I think it's, like I said, very clever.
The show is over, and the next show we got to figure out because
we'll figure it out later.
Well, we will, and it's going to be a great episode, just like this one.
Hey, TGIF pod fans. The show's not quite over yet. We lied. Real quick, before we get to the next episode, which we decided off air, I want to get through some plugs real quick. You can follow the other boys, Greg at KillerGreg17 on Twitter, Mark at Megastar Mark on the tweet machine. You can follow them at WCWTF Podcast on Twitter, where they reviewed most recently, what was it, Sin, I want to say? WCW Sin. So if you're into the old wrestling and nostalgia, they're also posting WCW's worst merch, which is really fun. among other many funny things. They also have idiotswithmics.com, where you can find their live streams every Tuesday on Twitch, twitch.tv/idiotswithmics. And they do different pop culture shows each Tuesday, so go check that out. You can follow myself at NationPod on Twitter, where we just reviewed WrestleMania 37. So you can go check that out. There's also other shenanigans and tomfoolery going on over there. Follow this podcast at PodTGIF. If you don't do that, please go click subscribe. Please go click follow, whatever the fuck it is on Twitter. Go click it. Go click whatever they say. Don't click viruses though. Watch out for those. We're also on YouTube. We're putting up clips. If you like the show and you want these little clip versions, you can find them at youtube.com channel TGIF Pod. Real simple. You can find us on there and find our lovely faces and check us out there. We appreciate everybody for listening. And now to the main event. You know, we're big wrestling fans. It's time for the main event. The next episode of the TGIF podcast that will be coming in May. The theme is prom episode. So get those tuxedos and fancy dresses ready, because we're going to get some bad music going. We're going to be dancing. We're going to be looking fine. We're going to be being awkward. I feel like that's the number one thing about prom. Being super awkward. Trying to sneak drinks into the dance. Whatever you do. We're going to be doing that in May. So look out for TGIF Pod Top 5 TGIF Prom episodes. There's a lot of options out there, so check it out. Thanks again for watching, listening, whatever you're doing out there. Subscribe to the podcast on wherever you are, whatever you use. I think we're on almost everything, so please subscribe. Let us know if you like the show on Twitter at PodTGIF. We appreciate all of you. Peace out.